see it?
I see it and hear it.
Let me restart the page.
No, Tesla. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Everything is fine.
I'm hungry.
Some chicken drumsticks will cheer you up.
And we finally return in this new year with another episode of Bad Rules.
Yes, you are.
And there's the cast.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello.
Hello! Hello!
Hi.
Ahoy! Yar.
How? Yar.
I don't know why there's a blink that's happening on the screen now. Game show, stop it.
Stab it.
What's the blink?
Stab it.
Maybe its eyes are dry.
What's the blink?
I keep seeing it on my screen over here.
I'm not seeing it live for some reason because I'm not actually seeing our pictures live yet. Maybe it's I'm
No.
just super delayed. Yeah, it hasn't transitioned.
It is not.
It should have transitioned now.
It did not transition.
Did you click to go live?
Yes, I did.
It's just slow.
Yeah, there's just a weird blink up in the corner.
Oh, there it is. Now I see it.
Okay.
Oh.
Just don't know
Which
what the
one?
blink is.
Which
Close. Close.
Everything's fine.
Closing all the things.
I don't see a blink on the screen anyway.
Maybe it's just in my previewing window. Yeah, the blink isn't happening on the live window. Just the preview. The left hand.
Good.
Oh well. If the live people don't see it, it doesn't matter. Yes,
I'll
we're
see it.
using new technology, so. Wait, you said you see it?
Check. No, I don't see it.
Okay, good.
If they don't see it, it doesn't matter.
So, yes, we are back. We're live. We have stories to tell. They are finally in a new area to go and explore.
Yep.
Oh, whoa. Okay, now stuff's happening.
We're good now. We're back.
Yeah, Chrome doesn't allow for window capturing anymore. It only allows me to monitor capture. And I couldn't get Firefox to load for whatever reason, so technology, we're doing what we can at the moment.
Yay, technology.
We do what we must because we can.
That's right.
like to take the after science route in this.
So before we get into, you know, recap,
Yay.
tell me announcements, folks.
No announcements. None at
No
all.
news this week.
Nothing
No
important
big news.
happened.
No big news. Okay.
Nothing important
No
happened.
big news. Let's just go right on to playing because nothing happened.
Yeah, it was a pretty rapid
There might have been one small
Nope.
No.
You
Nothing
said
of
Not
note.
official yet.
Nothing that
you already said no announcements though.
God damn it. I may or may not be now a partnered live streamer with Twitch TV.
I said important announcements though.
Probably not, but just in case.
Yeah.
How's that an important? I said important announcements. You know,
Also
like,
Justice for Spencer.
did someone get a new cat? That would be more important.
That is, to be fair, that is more important.
I got a new T-shirt.
That's pretty cool.
See something like that, Paul. Get on his level.
Yeah.
Yes, my sister got it for me. It's made by veterans. Is a company that employs veterans to make
Oh, that's cool.
military T-shirts.
Oh god damn it! You ruined my joke. That is actually a good thing.
That is actually a pretty cool thing, yeah.
Also, my sister sent me this. I don't know if it's handcuffs or a puzzle. I'm disturbed what my sister's sending me.
What is your sister trying to say about you?
Yeah.
Why not both?
Yes,
It's like handcuffs. You have to solve the puzzle to get out of.
puzzle cuffs.
Puzzle, yes.
So if I'm distracted this episode, you know why.
Puzzle cuffs. is
The,
really
the, per-
hard.
the perfect training for the budding rogue in your family.
Yes.
Also,
Or kinky cleric.
yeah, clinky cleric, yeah.
Clinky cleric.
Clink.
Well, he wears heavy
Listen,
armor.
listen, senor, Mister. I am not a cleric. I am simply a cleric who has a proclivity for sexual natures. I gotta work on the accent. It's been so long.
Spain, Spain.
Spain.
You're not
Do I
a
need to
cleric.
do the Garrett Vanya voice for you in order to pick up the accent?
I just need to watch the 13th Warrior over and over again.
I do. I cannot leave these.
You will find your voice once again for the beauty and the sexual proclivities.
Procreativities. I don't know how to say that. In Halfling, we simply call it.
Sexy time.
The sexy. But it's said like sexy. That's sexy time.
Oh, you can tell we've been gone for far too long. Far too
We've
long.
gone for too long. We're bullshitting here. But yeah, no. I'm Twitch partner. Yay. Button's not here yet. It'll be here probably Tuesday, my guess. Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, the reason why it took so long to set up, we had to do some special camera setup to zoom it out to fit Paul's
My
head.
my ego. My ego is so massive right now.
Not enough room in the room.
That and he has to pass the drug test.
That too. Which is going to be really hard. I got to find a clean person in the San Francisco Bay Area. And
The
that's damn
things
hard.
he's done. I mean, jeez. Ooh. It's Twitch. They don't care. If partners had to pass a drug test for Twitch, they'd have maybe like 10.
Maybe 10. Also, as long as right, justice for Spencer. Say that because Sophie's not here to defend her bay. Justice for Spencer. Okay. Crusader security went too far.
All right. You, Spencer. So, with that, anyone else? Do we have any other announcements? Or am I going to switch up this music?
Since last time, so.
All right.
I haven't got to do anything.
Press the buttons. Switch up this music. It's time to recap. Let's see if the new scene works. Yes, I'm a floating DM head in the middle of the Bad Rolls logo. It's as good as I could get it for now. Oh no, you should see it. Yeah, there's a little background, but I put the background behind it because I like the Bad Rolls logo behind it. It was just a wide, big, giant box. I didn't have the other one for whatever reason available. I know which one you're talking about. I didn't have it. Anyway, recap. So, we're going to go way back. It's been a while. The adventures of Bad Rolls started off in the port town of Caprizi, with most of the adventurers here in the current team finding themselves in a fight against the Thin brothers, one on the docks, one on the roads coming in from the forest. The fights ensued, and the town guard of Caprizi intervened, arresting everyone they possibly could, notifying them they had been sentenced to death, as Caprizi deals with all crime with the punishment of death, no matter how little or how large the crime. They were given an option, though. There had been an issue within the town of Caprizi with children that had gone missing. The major domo Soludil of the town then branded our adventurers with a mark, told them that it would allow them to move through the town, and sent them on their way, as they had chosen that instead of death. He figuring that either they would succeed or die in the process, as everyone else had done before. While on this adventure, they found themselves in caves, finding an odd artifact, information about a person they'd come across named Haster coming up, odd twists and turns, and then finding the daughter of the governor and governess, Erethin. She then explained to them that she had taken the children, that something was going on and she needed to get them out, and she needed their help. That the marks would be made so that the death sentence within the mark, if they didn't complete their task, was diffused, but they would still be possibly trackable. They spend more time in the city, find themselves inside the major domo's home, proceeding to trash it by ripping every single candlestick off the wall, thinking it might lead to a secret passage, including the chandelier. Carrick finds himself running through the city streets after trying to distract a guard by throwing a rock at him. More time, more adventures occur. The meeting of a god, Aladamara, or who claims to be a god at the very least. Quite a powerful man. And an escape on what could only be described as a party boat. Yes, a large sailing ship with non-stop music and fireworks firing off of the top of it as it left the town in chaos, as what started off as a raucous street party turned into a riot, turned into a blood orgy, and then everything returned back to normal. Finally arriving at Tem after being chased by another ship with the thin sails, firing large iron balls at them from a device they had never seen before off the front. Thunderous clouds of smoke. Two apparent mages of some type on flying carpets. A defense force with the capital itself helped cover their retreat. The large party boat being sunk in the process, but the children, Erethin, safe. Within Tem, they bid farewell to two friends that they'd met at the start who had to leave. They'll met a new ally in Iski, being told about an annual event known as The Hunt, where large beasts or criminals that had been giving problems and been evasive to all capture or death before are put up as sort of a celebration and trial of those that are seeking to become adventurers within the borders of Tem. Signing up they then meet the master domo of all of Tem, second only to the king, Lord Sekmoth, who informs them, after they proceed to win their portion of the hunt, that a war is coming, that the test of their skills is there purposefully to find those capable enough to essentially be a strike force in the upcoming attack against the Ysgramirian Empire itself. The military forces are being gathered, and they're given a 2-year time frame to set off into the world, find allies, find coin, do whatever they can to supply themselves, and help out areas that are within Tem control, and that are allies of Tem that they can no longer help, as their manpower is now focused on a push into the lands of the Ysgramirian Empire. Finding the Thin Gains once again causing problems in the city of Miel Baal. Finding out that they have the ability to use black powder. Traps being set up. Parents being killed. Though in the end, a town being saved through many, many misadventures. Finally starting to find their stride. The named Minotaurists, as they called themselves after the slaughter of a Minotaur in a previous adventure, have left Mealbale hopefully in capable hands to defend itself. Now a bit more peaceful, set off into the world, headed south, and are now arriving at the edge of the Puant swamps near Fastidor. 2 weeks and a few extra days of journey time, though thankfully for them, uneventful after weeks of chaos. And now, to the cast. So, as I said, you find yourselves at the edge of the Puant swamps, somewhat near Fastidor, though you don't have any clue where it is specifically. The swamps are not a small area in size. You don't know exactly how large they are. You took the direction of the north, so you find it going from grassland to marshland to now large trees with twisted roots going into the ground, sticky mud and waters, horrible smells of decaying plant matter, moss hanging down from these trees, bugs everywhere, and you don't see a specific trail in any direction. You just kind of went, all right, we're going south, and found your way through into the terrain of the swamp, so you know you're in a general vicinity.
Oh, sticky.
Oh God, what's that smell? Oh
It's the smell of freedom, my friends.
no, that's not the smell of
Pretty
freedom.
sure that's the smell of burritos.
It's like a fart died.
Have you ever met a living fart?
This was my home for a very long time.
This was your home?
Yes.
Oh, that explains a few
I'm
things.
sorry.
Flint, tell them this is normal. This is not bad.
Nah, it's fine.
It's fine. See?
It's fine. It's a swamp.
It's a swamp. Have you never been to a swamp?
No.
Oh, okay. Here are some ground rules. 1, do not touch green scaly things. 2, the water is always deeper than it looks. And 3, try not to go on anywhere there's not a path of some kind.
you make it sound more homely every time you speak.
It's very homely. Because nobody wants to come into a swamp to do anything to you. Because it sucks.
Suppose you have a point there.
All right, let's go deeper.
Uh,
Don't you have a magic spell to make things smell better?
No.
Not a whole swamp.
There's
We're
a
around us, maybe?
lot of bad smelling things.
and you're one of them.
Oh, God.
Don't you start, dwarf.
Last time you had a bad-
When was the last time you bathed? In fact, when was the last time any of you, except for me, bathed?
Well, I had a bath the last place because I was covered in the blood of that bloody giant. So
That's true.
So,
That is true.
we are the only two that bathed. Not that
bathed?
it matters, because everything smells anyways.
Oh.
Let's just go, please. Oh, God. Am I supposed to sleep?
All right, who's leading the way through the swamps?
I believe it is our trusty ranger
Yeah. I nominate Zangulus.
and person of woodsy intent, Zangulus.
You're the one that knows these swamps.
I kind of know these swamps. I can be behind you.
Yeah, then you grew up here?
No, I did not grow up here. I grew up somewhere else, but I did live here for a very long time. But so did Flint. So we and me Flint met.
Why did you leave? The smell?
I just followed Flint. Flint left.
yeah, this little nugget of a bloke, he convinced me that a life of recluse and wander around on my own in the swamp is not a good thing. So he took me to a pub, and everything got better.
I feel like pubs are a good way of convincing people to come back from the woods to become part of society again. Ale has that tendency, and wine.
All right, Zangulus, since you're leading the way, roll me a survival check.
Oh. Not terrible. 18.
All right, you manage to, with some slow effort, as you find yourselves working your way through the swamp, you notice you're moving at about half the speed that you normally would be. You don't know this terrain very well. This is definitely not your forte.
Yeah, it's gross.
But using the general principles of, land and nature, you manage to find your way somewhat westward to what appears to be a trail of some kind, a path. It doesn't seem heavily traveled, but it at least is a more raised up portion of dirt. It's still you've got the swamp waters lapping at the bottom of your boots. Or in the case of, well, Garrett there, it's now gone from like your neck to now your like knees.
I think I found an actual trail.
This is good. We need to get to this town.
Yeah.
But if that's even there, after we've been gone for like what a week, trying to get there.
Town in this place anyway.
Maybe they realized this
The
place
one with
smells
all of these
awful
fires.
and moved, like any normal person would do.
You've never been to these swamps, so you do not know who the normal people who live in these swamps are, do you?
I'm
They
gonna
can-
just
No,
imagine
because they live in a swamp. There's no way they can be normal.
They do not like people coming onto their land. Just live it that way. That's the reason why they
Like I
live in
said,
the swamp.
goblins.
All right. In heading southward, you found some kind of trail. It was morning when you started. Continuing to follow the path south, you find yourself with the sun now setting after having walked many more miles through the smell, through the swamp. So you find the night reaching you. No town in sight as far as you can tell at this moment.
Is there a tree I can climb up?
There are many trees around, yes.
Alright. Well, since it's getting dark, I will try to climb up a tree to see if I can see like any fires anywhere, any light, any like city light in any direction.
Alright, go ahead and roll me an athletics check. There are many tall trees around. They all seem about the same.
That was not particularly good, but 11.
11 is just enough with some effort. You find yourself starting off with a little bit of struggling from the swamp muck on your boots. You can all see Zangulus go over to the trees, like, he gives you a wave like, I've got this, grabs onto the branches, starts up, and does that feet scrambling thing as he slides back down. Just looks back over his shoulder, kind of pulls his hood a little further, goes back up, gets halfway, starts sliding back down. Then you find yourself finally getting an arm hold, climbing your way to the top of the tree, and you do have a viewpoint over the tops of trees in the swamp here. Roll me a perception check.
Perception 12.
That's enough with the sun coming down and night starting to come in at this point. You can see about a day's travel more off to the south, somewhat in the direction if you keep following this path. It appears to be some sort of hunting path or walking path that had been set up through the swamps, likely to be used by what appears to be could be a town. There's a glow, there's firelight. There is definitely a grouping of some kind continuing southward.
Alright, I think I see a town. There's at least some light over. Probably about a day and a half travel.
Let us continue.
Well, we do need to rest at some point. It is getting dark.
How far did you say the day and a half travel?
Possibly, it's hard to tell. I would say at least that long.
Just find a good place to rest. But what's the time right now, Grakees? Is it like mid-afternoon, evening, morning?
No, it's going into night right now.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's set up camp.
It
gives me a chance to use one of my new.
It's evening and
powers.
dusk.
Stand back. And I cast Create Food and Water.
Oh. How the hell did you learn how to do that?
I should let me RP it a little bit. I wiggle my hands as I'm casting it, and I go, Seume, give these people sustenance. And as I like flash hands up, then suddenly there's like water and food in everybody's hands. I think it's just bread and water.
All right.
Just like dinner's ready.
I shake my head, I forage in nearby bush and just come out with some like berries and bread.
You all take a break for the evening, setting down a fire being lit, or no?
Can we?
Yes, fire is important. It would keep
Is
these swamp
there
monsters away.
Is there enough solid dry ground to start a fire?
That you're able to find enough of a spot to create a small area of rest in the swamps. Most of it's mucky and wet, but you can find a few dry patches here and there. Enough that you set up with some rocks, campfire, You have that set up in the swamp.
Grakees, are we talking
Magic food.
mangrove tree style, like things popping up like that?
You're looking at like really tall, like oak and willow type things. Think the swamps of like Georgia type of trees,
Okay.
or
not like swamps in
Louisiana. Like
Alabama.
yeah, you're mixing the southern U.S. type of trees. You know,
So we're
those
seeing, like,
large
the-
gnarled roots that come up and then
Yeah,
the
those
twisted
are
trees.
mangrove trees.
Those are mangroves? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're looking at that type of tree structure and swamp. All right,
Eat my
so
magic food and
Let's make camp
Make it a camp.
against our better judgments.
It's fine. Only a couple of crocodiles and things.
You'll be fine.
Give myself a deep tooth.
We could take the crocodiles in to get some boots. I know you'd like some boots. All of you. Especially Carrick though. Carrick, you would like some boots. You'd like some crocodile skin boots. They're very chic. All the women like it. Trust me. I know. Any men. Some of the men do too.
I'm fine with the boots I have, thank you.
are you though?
No, he's not. He just doesn't know. He doesn't know how stylish they are.
Are you a master booth maker?
No, but there are bootmakers here, so we can just take the crocodile in. It also gives us a better if there's a crocodile, it gives us a better excuse if these people are not friendly. Oh no, we were just hunters looking for crocodiles.
Fine. I'm gonna go and find anything.
Sleep on
so
the
I'm
tree
gonna-
if you're worried.
I'm gonna
But wait for the snakes. The snakes will kill you.
I'm gonna look for basically any type of flower or anything that smells not awful.
Gonna
Okay.
make yourself a little potpourri packet and carry it around with you.
Yes,
Hey,
that is exactly what I'm doing.
roll me a nature check.
That's 15.
You have a general enough idea as to flowers that might smell nice in this area. You've seen just walking through the swamp types of flowers, and you're like, those types might smell okay. However, you're not exactly sure where in the hell they are, and it's dark out, so you're gonna roll me a perception check with disadvantage. Because you're trying to scout out pretty far in the dark. It's even going beyond the range of your dark vision. It's slow and it's nasty and it's mucky.
Help.
You've managed to find a couple of patches of flowers wandering through. So yeah, I mean you've got a couple of patches of flowers. They smell kind of like flowers when you bend over near them.
Sure, I use my gloves to harvest them,
Okay.
just in case. It's dark. I'm not entirely sure what I'm picking up, so make sure there's no skin contact or anything.
But you're gonna stick it up your nose. What could possibly go wrong here?
Nothing.
We'll see when I get back to the fire what I got.
This is a great plan. Everyone says it's the best plan.
Nothing ever goes wrong for Carrick.
No.
I'm not on my phone.
Okay. So you take your gloves. You find yourself in the dark, in the swamps, firelight off quite a ways in the distance. You know, having to wander off a few hundred feet, picking flowers. You have a bundle of flowers. Now you've picked several.
All right, I head back to the fire and try to get a better look at my haul.
As you
Your what?
My haul.
His haul.
H-A-U-L. Got it.
No, H-A-L. He built a hall in the woods.
Yeah, I built a hall.
I thought
Flowers.
you were saying
You
holes
all
for a second.
see.
I can get that spell.
You all see Carrick coming back up towards the camp now. After he just kind of wandered off. Nobody's saying anything, I guess, because it's Carrick.
It's Carrick, we know.
Nope.
You see him return towards the camp now with a bunch of flowers. Like he went picking flowers, and he's got a good variety of different, mostly orchids and lilies of some kind. They tend to grow in the warmer climates down here.
Halfling,
Yes.
are any of these poisonous?
No. I rolled a crit.
Crit 20 or crit 1?
Crit 20.
You look at them and notice they're flowers. You know exactly the species of flowers these are.
I'm not gonna tell him. I'm just gonna
Okay.
say, no. Trust me. Listen, if they were poisonous, I would let you know. I would really let you know. Because you know who has to heal you every time you die?
All right, I believe you. I believe you.
Also, Grakees, it wasn't like a loaf of bread and water. I created 45 pounds of food and water.
Holy cow!
I hope you're carrying it.
How much do you weigh?
Oh, and 30 gallons of water.
That's excessive.
And everyone's like everywhere, like in there, like you'll be pulling food and like things of water out of your backpacks for days, like it's just everywhere. It's in the trees now. And now
How
there-
long
there's
does
a
it
swamp.
last?
24 hours.
It's the spell create food and water.
Create food and water. You create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers within range, enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours. The food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten after 24 hours. Water is clean and doesn't go bad.
There you go.
So the water's permanent then?
The water's
Uh,
permanent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not spoiling. Okay.
So you all find that your water skins are full, that you have, it's food, and it appears all over the place, and then
That'd be
the
worse.
water without, let's see.
It just ends up in the swamp.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It just ends up in the swamp. It's just like
I make sure to get all the bread that.
So
on
all
top
of your
other red
containers that were empty are,
enough full of bread.
But we did have empty ration
No.
packs, I guess.
no. You
No,
find
we-
all your skins are filled with water. All empty skins are filled with water, including the ones that you would use for ale flint are now filled with water if they were empty.
Water.
He's gonna be disappointed.
If they were empty, you just feel full skins now.
Okay.
The rest of the
Sounds like
water,
your pockets are gonna be-
you would expect it to go onto the ground. You're pretty new with the spell, though.
Yeah.
But you don't see that splash you were expecting of extra water. It's nothing on the ground.
Oh no. I opened my bag.
No, nothing in your bag.
I go up to the bag of holding.
Um,
I open it and stick my hand inside. Feel it for water.
Your hand comes out wet.
Yeah,
what?
it's a container.
I go
How
in
are you
again.
gonna drink out of a bag of holding if it's not in a pouch?
I
It's
go
just
in.
floating
I go
in
in
space.
again.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your water skin, go in, and think about filling up the water skin. So now we've got an infinite water skin.
Dude,
I,
good idea.
I go in again and go after bread.
Oh no.
Reaching in, you
You get
pull
soggy.
out a piece of normal bread. It's not
Oh.
soggy.
Oh, they don't mix.
That's how this bags of holding work. Is they just
Okay.
there.
Excellent.
Put it back. All right, everything's fine. There's water in the bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
I totally meant to do that.
Nice job. Good job, Carrot.
Hey, I'm new at this, okay? I am a cleric, not a cook.
What? I'm being sincere.
I'm a doctor, not a cook.
Well, I get a piece of cloth,
Okay.
and I make myself. I bundle up all the flowers, make myself like a potpourri
All
I
right.
can wear.
You do manage to create a small pouch using scraps of cloth essentially that you tie around your neck and keep it kind of close, and it alleviates the smell a little bit.
You are a
Oh.
strange man.
So much better. Don't knock it until you try it.
I don't want to try it.
Carrick. My suggestion is to sleep in the trees. Just worry about the snakes.
And the ants and the leeches.
The leeches are down here, not up there.
What? You never heard of tree leeches?
Probably spiders.
Oh,
Maybe
tree
spiders.
spiders, man. Crawl up on you and sleep in your mouth.
I will.
Totally making this up. But
Did you tell them you're making it up?
no.
Roll me a deception check.
I'm trying to psych Carrick out. Cause swamps are kind of like forests.
Just wet.
Just wet. They're wet forests.
Wet forests.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, we all believe her.
Carrick, go ahead. Carrick, go ahead and roll an insight just to see if you. But
No.
yeah, all of you
There
with
is
this.
no way.
She is so deadpan, so serious. She's playing into it, looking around, to the point now where Iski, who's been pretty quiet, kind of goes and grabs onto you, Raven, looking around. You all believe her about the wood spider sleeping in your mouth, tree leeches, and essentially any other nasty, creepy, crawly creature she decides to describe. For some reason, you think she's been in the swamps for a while and just didn't bother to tell you. She's pretty mysterious as it is.
Does this mean Flint is now looking to kill tree spiders?
Well, if they're alive and they're monstrous, I'll kill them.
What if they're not monstrous?
No, they're very small. You can hardly see them, but you sure taste them in the morning.
Okay.
All right, so I set us up a fire, get it started, make sure we have some light.
Oh yeah, there's been a fire. You
Okay.
guys had that set up.
All right, so I'm gonna set up at the base of a mangrove, and I'm gonna throw out like some like bark or anything I can do to kind of like make the ground a little bit less soggy, so I can sleep on it. And I put like sheets of bark down, and then I put my sleeping pad down, the bedroll down, and then go to sleep. And I say, all right.
As it is, you found sort of a dirt patch clearing here where the ground isn't really all that soggy. It sits up. There's a few here and there scattered throughout the swamp that you would find you could crawl up, rest your legs for a moment, and then continue on. So that's sort of the area you're set up in. It's a small, 20-foot clearing. It's a little bit cramped for everyone to get into, but you have not wet ground here.
Meanwhile, Carrick is going off to get leaves and anything he can find.
You're just looking for random leaves and things
Yeah, I'm just
beyond the
pulling off leaves
flowers.
and branches and stuff.
Okay. You're able to just grab random bits of leaves and things if you want.
Because Raven got Carrick riled up.
What is it you are doing with your leaves and branches, Carrick?
I'm
We
just
all want to know.
I'm just throwing things in the fire to create smoke. just to chase away any insects.
Okay, I get it. You're using green wet
I'm just-
wood in the okay.
Yeah, I'm just creating a giant smoke cloud around our entire sleeping place.
You find it a little bit harder to breathe, everyone coughing now as smoke does fill up this area more and more as Carrick throws wet and greenery onto the fire. Not enough to put it out, but so that it does not really burn, and instead the fire starts to go down lower and you just get this billowing smoke cloud in the region.
I just get out of my bed, walk over, and I smack him really, really hard across the face. I'm like, if the fire goes out, we get attacked. Smoke will help a little, not the fire, but the fire will help more.
We can have both.
No, we can't. Not with that. Dumbass.
Fine, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Anyway.
Garrett takes time to add a little bit more dry wood to the fire, building it back up to a flame, pulling like sort of pieces of the smoking greenery out and tossing them off into the water to build it back up to a fire.
I'm gonna grab like a little. I'm gonna show how he's done. I'm gonna go snap off a branch that's got like some greenery on it, but it's still got a long branch. I'm gonna stick it in the fire until it's burning. Then I'm gonna pick it up because it's a little burning, mostly smoke. I'm gonna wave it around and look at Carrick like, "This is what you want, not that. This is what you want." Then I'm gonna go stick the burning branch into the like just partially in the water, so that if it would go down, it would go into the water right next to Carrick. So that you happy now?
Better.
I'm going to bed. Wake me up when it's my shift.
Carrick and Garrett now heading to bed. Iski looking around, kind of nervously, shaking a little bit, keeping her mouth closed, sitting under one of the mangrove trees. Just looking around, she looks like she goes between meditation and then, like, nervous glancing, then back to meditation. What's everyone else doing?
I can take the first 2 watches. You should all get some rest.
Okay. Before I go, I'm gonna
Twist my
Kneel.
arm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kneel down by Carrick and whisper, "Watch out for butt snakes," and walk away.
But
They like to sleep in your underwear,
Butt snake's not a real thing.
aren't they? Though. No.
Shut up.
All right. Have a good night. Sleep well, Carrick.
Carrick, as
Don't
you
let the
turn
mice
over
bite.
to sleep, you are left with images of being bitten by mice and snakes crawling into your pants and trying to get into your rear.
Yes.
I didn't say any of the creatures she described, so a natural 20 is a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Well, what's the fuck with the party? Yeah.
You find yourself resting. Zangulus, you stay awake for the first several hours, watching out over the swamps. You don't hear anything too much that would gather your attention. It's pretty uneventful. It's actually somewhat peaceful, if not for the buzzing of bugs and, you know, the rustling and creeping and crawling that's going on. Your watch goes through, no issues for the first 2 sections of it. You find yourself getting tired enough that you really feel like you should take your time for your trance, or it's going to be affecting you.
Alright. I'll wake up Garrett. Hey.
What? Yes. What?
Your turn. I'm going to sleep.
Okay. I sit up by the fire, make sure the fire is going. Sit down, relax. Start singing songs of the swamp. Well, damn it. Rolling, rolling on the river. I said rolling on the river.
Lynn, you're used to this. You sleep right through it. The rest of you sleeps a little furtive with the singing, piercing through. Garrett loves to sing, though he is not a singer. Though you managed to sleep through it, you've spent some time with him traveling over these past few weeks and gotten used to his antics a bit more.
Born on the bayou. Born on the bayou. Yow, yow,
I
yow.
was gonna say that.
Born on the bayou. Oh, yeah.
Garrett, you find the night starting to turn now to dawn as the sun is coming up. You see it starting to glint through the trees at an angle, in through the swamps. Everyone starts to stir.
I think about making more food and water, and I'm like, we have enough.
All right, so you find yourselves waking up. Everybody is up now in the morning. Mostly fine, though one of you is covered in a mass of bug bites.
Okay.
Bugs tend to feed on flowers, and having the pouch attracted a nice little swarm of horseflies and ants and all sorts of creepy crawlies. So Carrick, you wake up to find the potpourri pouch is just covered in a mass of different bugs, and you have been like bit and stung all over.
Oh, I just take it, swing it out into water.
I have a salve for that.
You look terrible.
Fine.
He is relatively fine. No checks for this, though it's probably gonna itch for a bit. Alright, you find yourselves awake this morning. What are you guys doing?
Get some breakfast, break camp, and say, let's continue.
Eat my free food.
Yes. I will tell everyone this food will spoil in 24 hours, so be sure to get it, eat it. We have plenty of it for everyone. 45 pounds of it, actually.
How do you know that?
It's by spell.
How do you know it's 45 pounds?
That's what the spell does.
Alright.
I could be more or less. I don't know. It's my first time I've casted it, but that is what I know from learning it. How do you know a creature is a creature? Huh?
When it tries to bite you.
No, but what kind of creature?
One with teeth.
People bite, and they have teeth.
And I would shoot one with an arrow if it tried to bite me.
It may happen.
I'd say it's more than likely to happen.
You find yourselves now heading off for the day.
Yep.
poking at each other a bit as you continue to follow this trail through the swamps. Day turns to afternoon, afternoon to evening, evening to night once again, where you rest without issue, no major events, finding yourselves again to another morning, and then on into the later morning, possibly early afternoon time frame as the sun is starting to get higher in the sky. You notice off in the distance some sort of signs of civilization starting. In the swamp, there are huts built up on stilts. You can see, very occasional actual construction out here. Every once in a while, there look to be docks, netting for doing fishing or other such activities. So you're coming up into an area. This, Garrett, is an area you start to recognize the construction and style a bit more. You know this is on the far edges of Fastador, but
okay, Fastador. Have I pissed anyone or helped anyone that I remember in this area? We've talked about this in the past in terms of the history.
Roll the wisdom check. I did say I was going to make you check to see if you remember certain things, because sometimes you're drunk.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Well, now that my is it like a wisdom saving throw kind of check, or just
No, it's
wisdom?
just straight wisdom.
Okay. 15 then.
15. From what you remember around this area, there might be a couple of upset husbands and a couple of upset wives from a somewhat raucous party, which is how you ended up naked in the middle of the swamp.
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna be careful about who I talk to.
Well, maybe we're getting into some kind of civilization. Since he's not talking, can we tell what kind of creatures might live here? Like, it's obvious that they're humans or halflings or possibly something else.
Are you asking to try and figure it out from the construction, or are you asking... Oh, okay.
You haven't asked me anything.
Roll me intelligence.
No, I didn't figure out anything from the construction.
You know the building's bigger than the halfling buildings you know from Meal Bale, but you have no idea if the construction is based on a specific race. It's just different.
Okay.
And it's housing or shacking or whatever it is. It's a building made of wood.
Okay. Well, we're obviously getting into some kind of civilization.
Yes, I don't know. I know these people.
Civilization.
So they're people, not like ogres.
What? Ogres don't live in swamps.
I mean, I've heard stories of ogres that lived in swamps, but I mean, I just want to make sure.
I thought you knew. You knew about all the butt snakes and stuff, and you don't know about the ogres that live in swamps.
But snakes are different, okay?
You have
I
a
don't know
special
about
knowledge of
civilization.
butt
I know about the wildlife.
What kind of creatures do live in this? I'm guessing like humans and.
You know from the town area, it's very much like Tem. It's any one of... It could be any number of the...
Many different creatures, yeah.
Yeah, of the sentient races. Anything from dwarves to halflings, gnomes, humans. You've seen elves, half-elves. It's a way stop a lot of times for people that have been traveling from the western coast. They'll stop on the southern edge here at some of the docks down by the delta and the tributaries. They'll sail up and then resupply for the continued journey east around towards Tem.
I just say they're people. I mean, anywhere, any other kind of town, humans, elves, half elves, dwarves, halflings,
Good.
dragonborn. I mean, just normal people. It's a swamp, not a dungeon.
Look, goblins can build a town. Is all I'm saying.
Goblins
Yeah.
built underground. We've seen this.
They wouldn't build underground if they were living in swamps.
Why would they want to live in a swamp?
Why do anybody want to live in a swamp?
Freedom.
Exactly.
Could be trolls.
Could be trolls.
Let's go find out.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna push forward until we get too close to a central part of town.
All right,
I'm
as
gonna
you
be eating food as we go, just because I'm like, I need to get rid of this food. I'm like, eat the food. Eat the food.
I may have forgot to turn off my alerts
$10 donation received from
Why, what
Foxer
that
Bell.
happened?
because I just got a
The
donation.
Armageddon has arrived.
Yeah, I may have forgotten to turn off alerts. I don't know how I do that. Do that during the show. Apologies. Thank you.
Thank you, Foxy.
That was awesome. Thank you. Okay, on-screen notification.
As
Yeah.
we're walking in there as well, I'm gonna continue singing. Born on the bayou. You know.
Garrett continues singing
When I
different
was just
songs.
a little boy,
Well, if they weren't
standing
gonna
to my
attack us
daddy's
before,
knee. My papa said, son, don't let the man get you. Do what he done to me. Because he get you. He get you now.
Carrick is a bard. This is almost starting to hurt your soul a little bit.
oh god,
I'm feeling it. I'm walking and I'm singing, just headbanging. But I'm totally off key.
He continues to sing. You notice now as you move further along the path, now it starts to converge with multiple paths coming in from different directions into a larger central one that appears to go more west, outward of the swamps, a large trail. And as you hit the more central area, off in the water, you see people now on boats paddling through the water with large sticks with some sort of forked end to it, pushing their way through the swamps. Different traps and netting gear. They've got simple woven clothing that appears to be set up to allow air to move through because it's uncomfortably hot here at this point with the sun coming up. While traveling, you started to notice it a bit, but now you're really starting to notice it. It's muggy, it's humid, there's bugs, it's hot, and especially wearing armor, it is not comfortable at all. It has left a smell that now you're really starting to notice beyond even the swamps. So their clothing, yeah, that looks like a good idea. Large hats. Though, as you hit the main trail, now you can start to see the outskirts of what you initially pictured as a backwater small town appears to be a bastion of civilization here in the swamps. Land has been obviously shaped in some way to create a terrain area for this. You see walled off stone edges with archways leading in, and trade caravans coming across that large thoroughfare that you notice that these other paths sort of start to join. Caravans, sometimes of horses, sometimes of camels even, which throws you a little bit. You, especially most of you, have never seen a camel caravan with very, almost a Middle Eastern look to the style of the trade moving through.
Wow, I actually did pretty well.
Hmm?
Every time we pass a camel caravan, I just hit my hat a little bit lower so you can't see my face. I do this kind of stealthily, but I'm doing. I guess I use either sleight of hand or deception.
Actually, it'd be stealth.
Stealth. Okay, so that's 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grakees, you're being raided by Baron.
Oh. I am being raided by Baron, apparently.
Oh, Baronia!
Quick break from our live show to say thank you for the raid. We focus mostly on the show here, though, but welcome everybody. This is Bad Rolls. Come in, sit, enjoy the show. You got 26 other episodes to catch up on afterwards.
Exclamation point, Bad Rolls chat will get you that link, by the way, I think. So.
Yes, exclamation point Bad Rolls should get you that link. If not, exclamation point social will get you a link to my YouTube page. YouTube under the same name, Grakees. Everything's on a playlist there. It's a wonderful and amazing cast. They all take their roles very seriously. Okay, back to tipping your hat down.
I'm just like, nope, I'm not gonna be noticed. I don't want to risk it.
17 on your stealth?
17 on my stealth.
Okay. None of you seem to notice Garrett doing this. You're doing it very subtly.
Horses.
Yeah, you're looking at the weird horses, which he knows are camels, but you were like, I've never seen a horse with that light tan color with a hump on its back and spits. It's odd.
Who's really slow?
Hey, Garrett, you see these weird horses?
Yep. Let's see them. Totally weird horses.
Garrett, what are you hiding from?
Shut up.
What?
Maybe he doesn't like the horses.
Stop talking.
What's wrong, Garrett?
Stop talking.
What's wrong, Garrett?
I will turn you in for all of your crimes there, you woman. Do not talk to me.
Look, Garrett clearly is just not happy with these horses. If Garrett doesn't want to talk
Mate,
the horses,
maybe he's afraid of the horses.
uh-oh.
I'm
Uh-oh.
afraid of the horses. Robot.
Robot.
Damn it.
Got it.
I will destroy humanity.
Oh,
I've got it. Don't worry. I can fix this on the
Like,
fly.
I knew he was about to do
Boop,
that.
boop. There. Already fixed.
There we go.
I'm trying to cover up my with more singing, you know. Down on the corner, rising to the street.
It's becoming more obvious now that he is holding his hat down for some reason. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Oh god, my dice is
That's
spinning
good.
forever.
20.
Still spinning.
Fuck.
Still spinning.
6.
20. Not natural.
Raven, you haven't figured out why. You notice that he's starting to tip his hat down and he's acting funny, and you being someone who hides, you definitely are suspicious of him, but nothing out of the ordinary. Iski is completely distracted by the weird horses and going, ooh, at every single caravan that's passing through the town with different creatures pulling. At one point, you actually see a cart that is pulled by 2 very, very, very large crocodiles.
What? No, I'm distracted. I'm like,
Those
dude.
are very weird horses.
Those are crocodiles.
Yeah, I know.
So, however, both Carrick and you, Zangulus, you pick up on the pattern. You notice that Garrett, every time it's the weird horses that pass by, the ones that are tan with the hump on their back, he does the hat down and, like, pulls himself a little bit closer. Now entering the town of Fastidor, you see that it is a mix of different types of construction here. You have a main thoroughfare with large buildings with a wrought iron work sort of fence on the second floor, Greek-style columns, though smooth. Basically think French Quarter New Orleans in style. Bright paint on the buildings, lanterns set up around. They've got flower boxes out. in a sort of main thoroughfare set way. You can see off in the distance, behind some of these buildings as you walk into town, almost like there's an alleyway set up. There are houses that are further to the east, and they stand out because they have large sections of land between them as you're coming in and just starting to get your bearings here. Taking a few minutes to explore, walk the streets, look down alleyways. You can see them here and there off in the distance. They're very much old plantation house style. They're white with the large columns. They've got the weeping willows with the moss set up, where you'll have a row of like French Quarter buildings and then a streetway leading that way, and you can see people working. Essentially, they are working plantations. They are farms. They seem to supply this area. The land has been made fertile and growable, and through the middle of the streets as it winds around back to the west again and bends, you notice that the town is split in two halves with the river that runs through it. Now seeing it, you can see how big this river really is. You hadn't come across it before, but it is a good mile across, with multiple deltas bending outward and breaks as it comes into a network of docks that you haven't really experienced except with Tem. Caprese had a couple of small docks. Tem had this huge shipping area as the capital. You wouldn't expect a southernmost swamp town to have a network of docks like this out here, but fishing boats are coming and going. Cargo ships are moving through. It looks like a working resupply area. It is a very bustling city for being what you thought would be a backwater, stinky swamp town.
I will say, Garrett, I was expecting way less.
You think I would stay in a backwater stinky swamp town?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Look at me. Look at me. I am not a man of the woods. I am a man of wealth and taste. Even if though I have neither, I desire to eat wherever I go. Especially since I go where the people need help. And the people of these towns need help. The people who live out in these swamps, they live a very meager living compared to the people in here. It is important to spread the love of Siune everywhere. Also, it was the closest place to go to once I found Fleet. So this is kind of
Call all those marble pillars meager.
No. You don't understand. The people out in the swamps, not the people who live in the Fatidori. They on the outskirts.
Someone's got their speakers up too high.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good.
Probably fine now.
Yeah.
No.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
I can still hear myself through somebody.
Hello? It's probably me. I guess. I don't know how.
Just making sure it's not me, even though it hasn't been doing this whole time. I don't know why it would suddenly be doing it now.
I think we're good. Keep going.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Well, I know the dwarf is gonna agree with this, but let's find an inn.
Yeah, just find the tavern. By the way, Flynn, I can't. You're completely frozen on my screen. It doesn't matter right now, but I can't actually hear him talk either.
Well, I muted myself.
It's working fine here.
That's awkward.
That's the only place where it matters.
Well, it does matter if he can't hear you at all, because then you can't interact.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could see him. I could do the playback, but it'd be a couple seconds late.
Weird.
Fix it.
Fix who, though? Fix me?
Yeah, I think you have to.
I'm frozen for me.
All right, I'll relog. Hold on.
Wait, poem's frozen for you?
Yeah.
Technology!
Technology.
Hold tight, everybody. We have a.
Grakees has the most stoned look on his face on my screen right now.
We're good now.
I think we're good. We good?
I'm good. Let's see everybody.
What is Poem working?
Grakees sounds very drunk for me.
Nope.
Oh God, I sound drunk now.
You guys
Alright,
probably need to.
Everybody
Log back in.
reconnect.
Hold on, we're going to the. All right, this is where we're gonna take our mid-show break. Then
Yeah. Sorry.
we're having some technical difficulties, everyone. We're gonna take our quick mid-show break here. We'll leave the audio open as you hear us being ridiculous. Technical difficulties are here. We always take a mid-show break, so we're gonna be reading chat and responding to you guys now. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Doing our switch. All right, restarting. It's what? Happy birthday. Oh, by the way, Game Show is amazing. Game Show, it's amazing. Because I was able to fix everyone's cameras while having the full screen thing up on the live screen. I'm like, I can adjust all this stuff while having that screen open. Yes! Yeah. So if you're new, welcome. This is Bad Rolls. It's a weekly show. It is a completely custom D&D world. I am Grakees. I'm the DM, and I designed the world from scratch. So it may not follow all of the exact rules you're used to for creatures or things from D&D, as I may have adjusted stuff. So, for example, in my world, as they have found out, goblins have civilization and build cities. We're not talking rickety structures. We're talking full working, functioning, really well-constructed, beautiful cities, and have artwork and things like that, which kind of surprised everyone because, you know, people are used to goblins just being kind of crazy and evil. These ones, they don't know what they're up to, but they didn't follow that pattern, and I do that with a lot of stuff in my games. I like to throw those curveballs because people get used to the set archetypes of certain things, and some of those I follow, but that makes it interesting for the audience too. So as you watch and you come along for the journey, you may find new points in the adventure. And then the even better part of the journey is this amazing cast here. We're only missing one of the players. They weren't able to make it this time, but they take over the role of their character. That is what is being worked on currently. That's, you can put 2 and 2 together, yes. So we are working to try and make the audio clean enough that it will work as an audio podcast in smaller bite episodes. So if you want to binge watch a D&D show with a wonderful cast, you can do it through YouTube. Or upcoming soon, it will be an audio podcast, so it'll be something for you to catch up and listen to as the players go through everything. I tried to do it as theater of the mind. I don't really use maps because I don't have a third monitor where I can do that easily. So I tried to describe as much as I can and let it play out in the imagination. Yeah, I wasn't able to do it without the third monitor. It couldn't be controlled. That too. Eventually, I plan to get a separate machine and a table, and I will actually, I do have plans to do a physical, actual table map with real, like, 2 camera angles and real miniatures on it and buildings and stuff, so I can just lay out a map. Oh. Might have forgotten to... Hold on. Well, they don't have camera right now. They can't see it. The audience can't see it, but... Oh my god, you got the custom Hero Forge mini? Oh, nice. Yeah, $40 for a high quality plastic one that I could paint. Yeah. I actually used to play Warhammer and Warhammer 40k, so I painted armies and miniatures, so I will be painting everyone's things that aren't painted miniatures. I plan to get the boosters eventually of the different D&D stuff, because you can get packs of boxes. I'm gonna have Mercer disease. That's what I'm calling it now, because he is obsessed with those miniatures, and I tend to get that way, so it's like, no, watching him unbox them, I want them now. So I believe we're... Oh, yeah, we'll be done before then, because, you know, other people have other shows. So, they, having arrived in Fastador now, we're going to go back to the show. All the technical difficulties, I believe, are set. Back to our cast now in a beautiful little town that they didn't expect to see.
All right, I turn to Zangulus and specifically look at him, but also say talk to the rest of the group and go, don't we need to talk to some officials here? The Domo Major, or the Major Domo, or the Domo Corporal, whatever his name was.
Whoever the domo of the town is.
No. They tell them that we came from.
Yeah.
And show them the papers and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
We need to do that.
Is there any kind of town official that looks over like guards or anything, any kind of major central building that I would remember being like a town hall?
You know that there is a sort of... the central building of it is actually like the largest of the plantation houses. That is where official business is conducted. It's a little off the main city. Set back, but it's well guarded.
Okay. I'll lead them there towards that region. Because I know how it is.
But alcohol and food.
Soon. We need to deal with these first, then we go back and get alcohol.
Dude, we have a food dispenser.
Yeah, I don't make very good food.
It works.
It works, but I need to buy some spices, and then I need to like learn to cook. That's just what I need to do. I need to learn to cook.
Sayudi needs to get a better baker.
There is Sayune. There is something that I can do with Sayune's power to make better food, but not yet. This is within my power.
All right, so you find yourselves...
Yeah, lead them to that plantation.
Yeah, you head now east away from the river, further into the city, crossing through some of the sort of central town, which is quite bustling now. You notice the caravans are moving in, some towards the ports and the docks, others taking their wares in behind the buildings to unload goods for the different businesses. Everyone roll me perception checks.
Huzzah! Get to use my new advantage.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's perception.
Crit.
Thank
I
God some.
see all.
9.
Awesome.
I perceive nothing.
Perception. 20. Non-natural.
Hey,
I like you dice. I'm keeping you.
unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
You roll.
Zangulus and Raven, what did you get on your perceptions?
9.
10.
Okay, so Carrick, Iski, because I nat 20'd for her, and Garrett, you notice this. It's very subtle, but as you're walking through the town, you see that the humans aren't really interacting as much with other races here.
I need
That-
to restart. Everybody's freezing for me, Grakees.
You have to restart.
Well, just log out and then again.
Okay, do it.
Up here.
Now I have to fix everyone's positions. Let's see.
Everybody started.
Astro's frozen.
Everybody started freezing except for Grakees.
What?
Garrett's in the right place. Vin's in the right place.
Everyone's fine for me.
Why?
God damn it.
Okay, there we go. Everyone's in the right place. So as I was saying, you notice the humans aren't really interacting with the other races here, except the intermittent Dragonborn that you do see. Most of the Dragonborn here appear to be, oddly enough, of more chromatic in colors. Majority of them are green with a few blue mixed in, though they're pretty few and far between. And the humans are working with them whenever there appears to be some sort of business deal coming in from a caravan. It's either human-to-human interaction or human and Dragonborn. All the other ones are elves, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, the occasional tiefling that you do see through here, as well as races that you really don't fully recognize. They appear to be either doing manual labor, or now as you're heading further east, they're the ones that are set working the plantations out here. It isn't quite how you remember it, Garrett. From early on, something seems to have shifted a little bit. And it hasn't been but a couple of months since you were here.
This is not normal.
Well, typical humans.
Yeah, the humans went through that here before. But now, you know.
Probably why we've been sent here. This Chimera influence is already spread pretty wide.
Yes, looks like it's community influence indeed, with the Dragonborn and the humans being the only ones who care for each other. It is okay. Let's just find this town hall and
Could-
talk with any
I
visitors.
think I've lost Garrett. I can't see or hear him at all.
A beer!
Discord video, please.
Fucking shit.
I know. Someday. Someday.
There we go.
All right.
Can we continue now?
I kind of, but you'll never guess that I'm now having problems with Zangulus. Zangulus is now
Really?
drunk and freezing, and so is Grakees.
Oh,
Everybody just reset.
God
One
damn
big
it.
reset.
Technical difficulty screen coming up. I need an actual technical difficulty screen. Okay, let's see if this is better. Resetting
Where's
everyone's
Al?
positions.
Out of all days, why does this happen today?
Because
We're using a
fuck you,
pier
that's why.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, but we never had this problem before with the pier. Like where people
Yeah,
just
this is
freeze for
new.
no reason. This is
Yeah.
brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They heard us talking about Discord.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Got jealous. Oh.
All right, so back to you heading east towards the main sort of. It's not really a town hall. It's more like the central seat of power for the town.
So, with the humans and the Dragonborn, do they seem like they're above everybody else?
From
Like,
what
do
you
they
can
seem-
tell, they're the ones doing business deals with the caravan workers, and they aren't the humans and Dragonborn. You don't see them performing any manual labor as you head further east, and there are people actually working like the fields and such. So they aren't interacting, but you don't see anything anything beyond subtle as to how they're divided. It isn't obvious.
I nudge everybody over and was like, okay, I have a bad feeling about this.
You have a bad feeling?
I got the feeling that if we go find those officials, they're not going to be on our side.
No, they won't be.
Suppose that depends on who we find.
But it's okay if we go in and ask for the officials of the town, and they're not. We are prepared to murder everything in sight. I would rather not. I'd rather talk this way out, but
There's a lot of town.
there is a lot of town. Luckily, this is on the outskirts of town.
All right, well, as long as we got a plan, and
Maybe
it's our normal plan, which is
don't.
just push Flint in front of everything because that just works out every time
Yep.
until it won't.
Maybe we should change the plan.
When it won't, then it has also worked out because I found my glorious death.
Again,
Here's a
I am a toe infection dwarf.
maybe this is the plan.
Everything is important according to the plan. Let's at least go in and see what is going on.
Yeah, we can do that. But maybe we should start looking for non-human. I don't
Okay.
know.
I look around. Do I see a non-human?
You see many non-humans. There's
Well, no,
many out
like,
here
any
working
kind
in the
of
fields.
non-human authority.
Do I see any kind of guard dressed up something like a guard, or anyone well dressed as a non-human, not a dragonborn or a human?
That's one thing that you, having looked through the town now, is starting to register. You didn't see anyone dressed in any sort of guard uniforms.
Okay.
Hmm.
How about in the do I see anything that's obviously like owned by like a halfling or an elf or getting out of business that I can like peek in through the windows and see someone working there?
You would have to you were heading east more towards the plantations. You would have to head back into town and start looking around for that.
Is there anyone wearing like any kind of outfit? Tabards?
Roll perception.
I didn't notice anything because I rolled a 2.
You're looking around. You don't see anything that stands out as a uniform of some kind.
This is very, very strange.
Well, have I seen anything similar previously during my wanderings in the swamp?
This is very different from last time you were in this region.
Ah,
For
I'm
both
not
you and
even so
Garrett,
sure
something
we're gonna
has
find a tavern
shifted.
that'll let us stay there.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have Iski look around for us.
Oh God! What we need to do.
I can do that.
Simply, we need to get to let's just get to the place and see what's going on.
Okay.
If we recognize anybody, because I've been here before, I might recognize somebody I know from the area. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the best option.
Because the only other option is to waste a day looking through town, and what the worst, the best that could happen is nothing is wrong, and still status quo. But there is no guards. There are no guards around here. How are we going to be like? What are they going to do? Pull out weapons suddenly? A bunch of rich guys from a plantation pulling out weapons against us? It would die in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Only if we play with our food first.
That's only if we play with their food. We usually kill them in a minute. Less than. Like this is. We would have no problems. I'm not saying that not to be wary, but we're talking about fat cats in plantations.
Carrick just digs up a rock from the ground. So
Eric?
could always try to summon the guards.
There are no guards. You can't. You throw your rock. Just don't hit anything important.
Are those people important? I point to like
They might be.
two humans talking.
Yes, they are important.
Put the
You
rock
need to like go
down.
outside and find a rock at some point. Like really.
You know what? No, we'll save rocks for later. Let's find out.
Let us go. All right, so I just continue
find
going
out-
forward.
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah, just wander into the thing.
Kind of want a T-shirt now that says "We'll save rocks for later."
We'll save rocks for later. Up there with I have a salve for that and gophers.
Yeah, go first.
All right. You continue down the path. You do see that here and there are humans talking, and it's very genteel style clothing at this point. You've got the very much the the white hat, the white suit. It's that sort of, southern proper dress type of thing. Continue further, and now you find yourself standing before a very, very large plantation house at this point. A band playing. We have that set up. Yeah, close enough. You find a band playing out in a gazebo off to the side. Chairs set up around. No one's really up on the porch. A bunch of humans and Dragonborn, lazing about, drinks in hand. Relaxing. They appear to be talking something, but you can't really tell at this distance. And you've just walked your way up here. No one stopped you.
Do I recognize anybody in the area? Like anyone I've noticed before?
You've been keeping your eyes open. You don't really recognize anyone at this point. You didn't really, when you were here, you didn't interact with so much with, say, government or the wheelers and dealers as you did with the party houses and a visit to the temple section, which is more on the western side across the river.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk in, tip my hat to the gentleman at the porch as we go by, and I walk into the plantation and I look around to see if there's anybody like official looking or anyone that's crowding around somebody.
All right. You can see that their roll perception to see how the crowd's moving.
22.
Yeah, you could tell that there is one person that appears to have more attention on them. It's a green dragonborn, white suit, no tail. Just He's got a hat on, sitting there sipping out of a drink, and it appears more people are approaching them. then in the crowd, like the crowd seems to move towards them more than others.
All right. Well, I approach him. I grab Carrick with me, and I whisper over Carrick and whisper in his ear, "Back me up." And okay, don't do anything stupid. Just follow my lead. So then I walk with Carrick up towards the Green Dragonborn, and I tip my hat and flourish and say, "Good evening, gentlemen. My name is Gerrit Vanya. I am a cleric of Seune, of the high, powerful Seune, and I've come to help your town with my friend Carrick here, who is a master of the flute, the lute, the musics, and can play wonderful tunes for you."
Well, a fine day to you, sir. What brings you all the way into this section of our fair town?
Well, you see, we were told to, or we were asked to come down here to help your fine town with any kinds of the problems. You see, I am a healer. I'm a healer of great power, and my friend here is a performer of great renown.
And who exactly sent you to help our town? Because I don't remember making a request for assistance.
Oh, it was the friends up north. Your friends up north.
I see. Well, as you can tell, everything appears to be perfectly fine here. Nothing going on.
Do you have any issues around the town? No problems with monsters or invading armies or
Invading armies?
well, there is a conflict going on. Them and Iskimir fighting.
That's far to the north. The Navy's got us worked on the east. Don't have to worry about them coming this way. And the sea to the west, well, those whirlpools take care of things, so I'm afraid that we'll feel quite secure down here. No issues.
Excellent. So we will be about town to help anybody out. If you need anyone, call for us. So would you have a suggestion for a place to house me and my friends?
How's you and your friends? Well, might be a bit difficult. People here got a little bit riled up when, well, let's just say some of the non-humans and non-dragonborn decided that they were going to take over and oust everyone, and it's caused a bit of a social divide. They don't like to interact too much anymore because of it.
We are foreigners to these lands. We simply wish for a place to stay while we do our good deeds. Any kind of tavern, that is run by these non-humans or anything like that would be fine. Just something that we would to lay our heads while we work.
Well, if you're looking for non-humans to give you a place to rest, don't know the name of it, but I know that there's a few establishments down near the docks.
Excellent. Yes, because we do, as you say, it is true that there is problems with the local populations. Your non-humans and humans and Dragonborn not liking each other. Then we'd rather not ruffle feathers while we're here.
That's fine. You can see if there's any folks that need helping. I guess they could always use a hand in chores and the like, but as for official business, nothing's reached my ears.
Thank you, good sir. And your name is, sir?
We'll save it for another time.
Okay. Well, have a good day, sir. I tip my hat and I walk out with everybody else.
Walk after.
As once we're out of the plantation and in the street, I'm gonna be like, huddle up.
What?
I swear to God, to say Yune herself, the Dragonborns and the humans must have said something. These Chimerians must have set some sort of race riot going on. They must have set something up, and now they're causing all sorts of trouble. That is why we're here.
That seems pretty obvious by the
Yes.
situation.
We need to go down. We're probably going to be followed and listened to right now, but at the very least, we need to go down to the docks and see if we can set up a place.
Yeah.
And as I kind of break, get away from the huddle. I turn around towards the people on the porch, and I tip my hat again, and I shout out, "If you ever need the healing hands of Seune and the blessings of her, you may call upon me." And walk away.
As you're doing that, you just kind of see him, the Dragonborn, looking over at you and just do. And then goes back to the conversation amongst other people who are walking over to him now.
They're gonna try to kill us in our sleep.
Oh yes, they're going to try to kill us in our sleep.
That's what's gonna happen.
I expect hooded men with
Yeah.
burning crosses.
Let. Did he say it was the dock at tavern at the docks?
The taverns at the docks.
Any
yes.
tavern.
Any taverns.
All right. Let's go there. See if you find any non-humans.
I got a funny feeling the docs are gonna have a lot of non-humans working there.
As you head back into town now, a little bit more wary, you can find your way to the docks rather easily. And in doing so, you do, as you just said, Zangula, see a bunch of non-humans working the docks down there. However, there are humans as well that appear to be working different ships on the docks, but actually offloading into the town, it appears to be mostly non-human, non-dragonborn.
All right. Do we see a tavern?
There appear to be a few establishments that you've passed, especially going further towards the docks, that have the structure and the signage of taverns. You had any number of options going through there.
I feel like we might want to try to pick a place that's further into the non-human area.
Just keep going then.
Yeah.
Where's my... Nope, not that notepad. Where's my notebook?
I swear I had my notebook ready for like taking notes and stuff about the game, but oh, there it is.
Well, I've got my horrible chicken scratch notes.
All right, by going further in, you're able to find an establishment that fits very much what you're looking for. You see basically all non-humans walking in and out of it. You see the sign out front, and it is of a crawfish with a top hat and little bubbles coming off of it with the signage underneath, the Tipsy Crawdad.
Tipsy Crawdad.
Yep.
I like this place.
All right. I'm gonna go get some food.
Yes.
I'll get food. You know what?
Good. Hey, you no. Listen.
No.
Get food and go talk to people. You do cook.
Someone get a table. I'll go get everybody food,
I'll get the table.
and then someone go around and start talking to people.
Okay. I'll follow Zangulus to go sit down at a table. What are the people like in the tavern? Like, mostly non-dragonborn humans?
Yeah, as you walk in here, you see there are a few humans, in fact, inside the pub here. That,
A few?
yeah, there are some. They appear to have worn and being on a few ships now, you notice there's a typical garb among sailors. So they have sailing clothing on. They have the bandanas. Their skin is sun weathered, hands rough.
So they're like not locals. They're just there because they're by the docks, kind of thing.
Looks to be that they appear to work ships more than anything. You don't notice anyone in the more genteel type of clothing in this area. For the most part, it is... everyone appears to be having a good time, but the establishment isn't exactly what you would call high class. It's not run down either. It's not super seedy, but, you know, it's a decent establishment. You can find yourself a hot meal, a place to sleep and rest. It's not going to be anything spectacular, but it certainly isn't horrible. It's actually far better than the one of the first places you stayed in. It's way better than Marcus's establishment.
It is?
Yes. Oh, yes. This exceeds that. Marcus didn't exactly have the best place. The sign was broken. The wood was kind of rotting.
Wasn't it called the Broken Sign or something like that? Like,
Yeah.
Wasn't like the actual like establishment like the broken chair or something like that?
The broken
And
sign.
had, like, the broken, yeah, broken sign. And
Which one was it we broke the door off?
That was the broken.
No, the broken sign is the one you busted the door off of. Marcus's was... I'd have to look that one up again.
Yeah.
I still have it written down. Don't make me look it up.
I head up to the barkeep.
You see a kind of... he's actually dressed somewhat well. Nicer clothing. Elven gentleman with silvered hair pulled back. Doesn't look like Zangulus, so you can tell that he's very likely more of a high elf. Raven, you definitely recognize him as a high elf. You see him there, the nicer clothing. He's busy, though, working the whole bar.
I'll, do the standard bar, tap a coin, just being like, I want to buy something.
He looks over at you and does holds his hand up a bit, and it takes a few minutes as he's working down the line. The rest of you are able to find yourselves a table, though it takes a little bit of time maneuvering through the crowds. You get one it's somewhat central to the building. The way it's set up, you walk in, the bar is off to the right along the wall, and then to the left is a series of tables that are set up. It appears to be whoever gets to the table first just takes a seat, and they do actually have kitchen staff, wait staff that come over to the tables and appear to actually serve food as well. So you can go to just the bar section, which is on the right side, and then the kitchen is sort of in the back right corner nearer to the bar. And then to the left of that, across a section of the wall, there's a stage set up there that appears to have live performers that can come in and entertain the crowd. And to the left of the stage is the stairs that lead up to more floors. Likely there's an inn set up there. Oh, yeah, his was the Drowning Mermaid, by the way.
Right.
oh, the Drowning Mermaid, right?
So, you're here. You've found yourselves a table. Carrick is at the bar. Iski joined Zangulus, you, and Garrett there at the table. You're kind of in the middle of the room. You didn't get yourself any out of the way place. You're pretty central to everything moving about. No one, though, is paying you any mind. The elven gentleman comes over to you, Carrick, and What? Yeah, what can it get you?
We want ale and chicken for 6 people.
I do the drinks.
Then who does the food?
The waiters.
Oh,
You,
there's waiters.
turning around, you see there's wait staff now.
Okay. Another question.
Can't you see I've got stuff going on?
I'm just wondering if there's rooms.
Yeah, I take care of that too. Pulls out gets a book. 2 rooms are available.
How many beds in each?
2
In each or?
in each room.
5?
It's 2.
Okay, so 4 beds. All right, that's
Well,
fine.
if you took both the rooms.
Well, I'll take both. We'll take both. Around when does it start clearing out here?
It don't.
Not night or anything?
It's non-stop. Just people in and out. We have live music. Alright. How long you want the rooms for?
We'll take a night to start.
Alright, well, can't do the discount there. I'm not so good with the number. I gotta look at the 10 gold.
No, fine. I put 10 gold up. That's going out of her party purse.
All right. Well, thanks. It's rooms number 12 and room 18.
Thank you. Take the keys. I guess
You're
I
gonna
write my
find
name.
those on the 3rd and the 5th floors.
Oh, it was definitely expensive. We would totally ripped off. I go check out the rooms just to make sure.
All right, as
Because
you
I'm already pretty sure I got ripped off on the price.
okay, you walk out, go up the stairs, find 12 on the 3rd floor.
Mhm.
Using your key, you open it up. There are a couple of very nice beds here. They actually have canopy beds. The rooms are decently large. There are chairs in the corner, dresser type setup. The furniture's not amazing by any standard, but it is well set up, as well as some sort of cone-shaped thing on the wall with a brass plaque that has instructions on how to call for different service, either room service or made to the room. And off in the corner, there is a copper tub, again with a plaque on the wall with instructions on how to speak a series of words, and the tub will summon water and heat it.
Oh, fancy.
I look down the hall. It's like, I kind of miss me. I walk inside and go to the tub.
All right, you find yourself taking a bath. The rest of you will go to you downstairs. You saw Carrick go to the bar, speak for a bit, put coin down, and then walk upstairs.
Where's he going?
Raven, could you go find him?
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, whatever you do, make sure he's not throwing rocks at something.
Yes.
Because, oh, Forlorn bless me, this man is going to drive me crazy.
I will proceed in the general direction that I saw Carrick leaving.
All right.
Please do.
Roll me perception. Let's see if you can. No. Roll me investigation.
Oh, I hope she finds him.
Come on, dice. I'm gonna use a different one, actually. Oh. 5.
You know he went upstairs somewhere, but trying to figure it out and talking to a couple of people that you see, no one seemed to see which way he went specifically, which floor he's on, which hallway. You do notice going up here, though, that there are rooms with numbers on them. So it appears to be a section of this building that is set up as an inn portion. It has rooms.
Do I know what floor he's on?
No idea. You had to get through the crowd, kind of push through, and he was already pretty much gone up the stairs, so you don't know quite where he went. You don't know which floor.
Alright. Do I
So-
see who he was speaking to?
You did see who he was speaking to. He wasn't subtle about it. He said he was going to the bar. So you take 15 minutes looking around upstairs, trying to talk to different people, and then the rest of you who are down in the tavern see her come back down several minutes later. Still no wait staff that has come over to your table yet.
I don't know where he went. I saw him talking to that dude over there, assuming he got a room, but I don't know which room.
Maybe ask the guy he was talking to.
Yeah. That's an option. I will report back shortly. Maybe. No, I'll go talk, see if I can find the guy he was speaking to and get his attention.
All right, walking over to the bar, kind of having, you notice this place is actually pretty packed for what is midday. Yeah, it's something of a lunchtime, but it's bustling. And people seem to be fighting over different tables just to try and find it. You realizing now that finding a table for yourselves was actually pretty lucky. You make your way through the crowd, get yourself up to the bar, find a spot, Raven, and you can see it's a busy bar. There's that elven gentleman there, hair just kind of back behind the ears.
All right. Hey, sir, you with the ears?
I got customers.
Got questions.
He just kind of gives you a look and goes back to like getting drinks for different people.
Is there anything on the bar in front of me?
In front of you, like just behind the bar, there are some glasses over there and nothing on the bar itself except for drinks of people next to you and some tips left up on the bar like a little ways back. You can see occasionally like there's copper, silver, and then once in a while gold piece here and there.
Are those tips in arm's reach?
See what is within your arm's reach.
She's gonna get us kicked out. She's gonna get us kicked out.
Send a rogue to
Of-
do
Of
somebody's
what I
job.
could roll, I rolled percentile and I rolled really well for you. So there's a 3 gold tip within arm's reach. And mind you, that's a big tip.
I'm assuming that there is someone nearby that left that tip. Like, are they still at the table?
It's a long bar situation, so there are people there, yeah. So it very well could be the person next to you that's sort of across from it. You know how you would leave money sort of down further back on the, kind of across from you when you tip
Yeah.
at a bar. So you can assume that they're likely them.
So, I'm gonna try. Well, hang on. Roll my own personal die here. All right. I'm going to pick up one of the coins and throw it at the guy I'm trying to get the attention of.
Do you care if people notice you picking up that coin and throwing it, or?
Well, I'm assuming the tip's for him, so no.
Okay. Reaching over, you grab one of the coins off of this pile and chuck it over at the guy. I'm not even going to make you roll to attack on this. You managed to just, like, catch him in the side of the head. You're used to throwing objects. He feels the clunk, looks around, looks down at you who are just sort of leaning further over the bar, tapping the pile, looks down, grabs the coin, puts it in his pocket, and just kind of gives you one of these and then flips you off and goes back to serving. You smell like an elf. Is that what it meant? Wait, no. What was?
You talk like an elf.
You
Talk like an elf. That's it.
Yeah. I smile ever so politely and do this little number.
As he's doing the drinks, he finishes up, walks over to you. I am an elf. Now what in the fuck might you want?
I'm part elf. Calm down. I just want to know where that fancy dude that you sent upstairs went.
And I just want customers to not throw coin at my head.
Well, you should have answered my question the first time. I had to get your attention somehow. It's a busy bar. I just have a question. I'm not asking you to serve me a drink. I pick up a coin from the pile next to me and put it in his hand. I pick up the second coin and I put it in his hand. There. That's a generous tip.
Puts that in his pocket and then he holds his hand out. That was already sitting there, smart ass.
Alright, fine. I tip him a gold.
Holds up 5 fingers.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
This is what rudeness will bring you. Gotta pay for it.
Alright.
She's been up there a long time.
I gotta find my spells.
Do you want to deal with Carrick right now?
Oh, you're looking to do a spell. All right.
I'm just looking. I forget what my spellbook's called.
Has a waiter come by to our table yet as we're sitting there?
As you're sitting there, no waiter has come by. Roll me a perception check.
Crit.
There it is.
20.
Looking around the room now, you notice that there seems to be a hand signal that calls them over that the different tables are doing now. It wasn't obvious before, it's real subtle, but there's a specific, like, finger signal thing that they're doing, and you notice that they're doing it off of, like, there's sheets of paper now on the table, and they appear to be signaling them almost what they're ordering. And looking at the paper now, as you see them doing that, looking down and then doing the signals, you look over at the paper and you see that there are different dishes that have been numbered.
Okay.
So there's like a 2-1 and a 2-2 and a 3-2. So they can.
It was like 2-1, 2-2 kind of thing. Yeah.
That sort of thing. So it appears there's almost like a local sort of signaling system that they've worked out to make it easier. And you do notice now in the back that there is someone there standing there scanning the room and will lock eyes with someone, write down something else, and then hand it to a server, and they go in the back.
All right, so I explain this as if I totally didn't just notice this. I just totally knew this the whole time because I've been here. I go, all right, okay. So you have to understand that these people are very, 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 very busy, and this is a very busy place. So what you need to do is you need to look at your papers, and in your papers these are called the menu. Flint, I'll read your writing for There are numbers. Each number corresponds with a dish. That dish is what you. If you wanted that dish, what you do is you say 21. You go okay. You look at the thing. You look up at the man in the back over there, and you signal say you say you want 21. You look at my dish. Okay. I look down. I try to find like a crocodile or no like a catfish fillet. Is there one on the menu?
Oh, there is definitely catfish fillet on there. It
So
comes
I
with
look at
potatoes
what
and
number is it or
vegetables.
whatever. Just
Hold on. I'm not
you actually
kidding.
have it.
I know there's catfish on this menu. That one's 4 or 5.
Okay. So I look down. Like, okay, so catfish is 4 or 5. I like catfish. It's good. It's nasty, but good. And then I look up. I try to lock eyes with the guy, and I give him the signal for like 4, 4, 4, 5. Like,
And he looks over at you as you do that 3 times, and he goes, and writes something down, hands the paper over to someone who goes into the back.
so I just ordered catfish. If you want anything, make sure to do this. Fleet, just what you want.
Chicken?
They have chicken.
They have a few different chicken dishes. Most of it's different fish and seafood, and you've got essentially New Orleans and Southern cooking, but there is definitely fried chicken.
I'm gonna give him some fried chicken. I'm gonna order Flint some fried chicken.
You got some good Southern. It's fried
Fried
chicken, Southern greens, mashed
I think
potatoes, gravy.
perfect.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna do that because Flint is gonna be confused by the fried
Just because,
chicken.
just because I want to look it up. The fried chicken is 2-1.
Look over, order. Look out, cook guys again.
What? I made a hand signal thing for a restaurant, and I made a menu.
It's a world building, man. It's world
Yeah.
building.
I had to. I'm obsessed with that stuff. Okay, so yeah, you order up fried chicken. The rest of you looking at the menu, except Carrick, who's upstairs, and Raven, who's at the bar. You can order whatever you want. You order yourself a fried chicken as well.
Keeping it simple.
All right, so we've got the catfish, 2 fried chickens, and what would Iski order herself?
Raw meat.
Something vegetarian because she's pacifist.
No, she eats meat though.
She likes
Yeah.
raw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sushi. No, crawfish probably.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Should probably
Like
order
a
that.
jambalaya or something like that.
Yeah, she's probably gonna order something like that, like a big ol' stew. Yeah. All right, so she orders that up. The rest of you waiting. Back to Raven, who he's at the bar. You were looking up spells.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a decent enough chance that I'd be able to cast anything without being seen. So I'm just gonna pony up and give him the 5.
All right, mark 5 gold off, and it looks over at you. Thank you. You're forgiven. Rooms 12 and 18. I saw you come in here with them, so I figure it's no big deal if I gave the information to someone who's quite obviously at least acquainted with the man. The rooms are on the 4th and 5th floor. I have no idea which one he's in. He
That's
bought you
okay.
2 rooms, though, so they're the
Yeah.
only 2 that are available. Looks like he set you up, though.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. You're a very
What-
pleasant
what?
person. I turn around and go back to the people at the table. Wait, crap, what rooms were they?
12 and 18.
Okay. Thank
Seeing
you.
you stop, start to do this, he shouts out across the bar. You look back over, kind of glaring at him, and he just shakes his head at you.
Yeah.
Rolls his eyes and then goes back to moving up and down the bar.
Alright. Wait, I'm guessing he gave Carrot keys. Alright. I go back to the table of my friends. He had got 2 rooms for us. They're on the 3rd and 5th floor.
bartender told you
I-
4th and 5th.
4th and 5th.
I see that, chat. I did it on purpose.
Yeah, so he's probably in there making friendly or something. I don't know.
Alright, well, whatever. Let's
I assume he'll be down eventually. He'll need food.
I should be bathed by now.
It's been sufficient amount of time. You have bathed yourself at this point.
I redress and head downstairs.
All right. Raven, as you're heading up the stairs, you run into Carrick, who is redressed and heading down the stairs towards you.
Hi.
Hi. You owe me 5 gold.
No, you owe me 10.
Why do I owe you 10 gold?
Because I bought rooms for everybody. It was really fucking expensive. We obviously got ripped off. The rooms are kind of nice, but they're not 10 gold.
Well, then you should have haggled. And besides, if you wanted me to pay for it, you should have had me there.
You know what? You still owe me 10 gold. I need food. I have to
You-
head downstairs.
You have racked up an expense account of stress and heartache over many years. So you're still in the deficit, buddy.
Do you want to sleep outside?
I don't answer that question. I just go back to the table.
Hearing a bit of bickering and arguing and a sort of like just pursed-faced Raven as you see Raven and Kara coming down and now joining you at the table. Your food having been brought over. Flint, you have fried chicken in front of you.
Why is my chicken all crunchy?
Try it. You might like it.
Smells good.
It tastes 10 times better than any chicken you have ever tasted. This is like the king of all chicken to you, Flint.
I'll take 2 more.
I'll take one. I'll take one. What was that you did?
You're paying for that.
Hold
You're
on.
paying for that.
Yeah, Grakees now has to see what he just ordered.
Yeah, because he did a 2-2 and a 3-3.
Yeah.
2-2 is boiled chicken.
Oh.
You're paying for it. I just-
Sorry, broiled. There's an R in there. Broiled.
Oh.
I was like, boiled chicken. I didn't have oh, it's broiled chicken, so it's grilled basically. And then 3-3 is the seafood. It is ha.
Oh no.
You're gonna like
Oh, no.
3-3. I'll let it be a surprise.
Kraken tail.
All right, so he does that, and the man over there looks over at you, writes something down, looks over at you, writes something down, hands in the slips. Raven, you see them doing these hand signals of some kind. As
Can
you
I-
sit down at the table.
Is there still a menu to be found around here?
There's menus right on the table. They have sort of a central holder.
I want to read the menu and see if I can't find some kind of grilled blackened fish type of deal.
Oh yeah, there's several different ones. Blackened catfish is definitely one of those.
Shoot, that'll work.
All right, you hand signal it and order the catfish. It's the same one that you ordered, Garrett. So you order up the catfish. Flint, you see 2 more plates of fried chicken with greens and mashed potatoes show up. Mind you, after you finished your chicken, before the next plate arrived, the greens were available to taste, and surprisingly, even though you loved the chicken, the greens and potatoes are also really, really good to you. You're shocked.
I'll eat until I am fat.
So he's going to town on that. Raven,
This
you
is
get
so-
yourself a plate of blackened catfish that arrives, and then Carrick, you get 2 plates arriving where you are. After you did that, one of them is a plate of broiled chicken and like salad greens. It looks overly healthy, and the other is a large bowl of stew almost with all sorts of different seafood in it, and you've got shellfish, and it's just a pot of seafood stew.
Well, I know one thing. These
Grumble.
is not that.
I didn't say it was that.
I did the thing you did.
No, you didn't. You ordered the two twos, and not the 2-1. You're a bar. Don't you supposed to know how to do social things? Look around. Look at
I did the thing you did.
No, what I did, and I look around. I make sure that no one's like I'm not. I can order another damn thing, but I look up and go. I went 2, 1, 1. So I did 2-1, which is the order. One total order, and then I pointed it at Fleet, so they know that it was Fleet's order.
Oh.
Now you'll know. You're paying for that
Wow.
food yourself. I'll pay you for the room, but you pay for the food.
I'm not complaining. This looks delicious.
It was amazing. This place is great. This is the best food that we've had since we've been together. I swear to God, there's no.
Carrick is northern, so he is into the whole seafood culture. So he just goes straight for the stew.
You get in there, it is amazing. It is some of the best seafood stew you've ever tasted. And then the heat hits you.
Oh.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Water.
You don't want water. You don't want water. You want milk, or ale. Don't want water.
Carrick doesn't hear you. He's getting his water skin out. He just
Oh God!
like, oh.
It's going to spread the burn.
The burn goes down your throat. It leaves your lips. It leaves them stinging. Your mouth is now kind of numb from the level of heat that you are just not used to. That's where the burning is at the moment.
Oh.
I told you. Milk or ale. Otherwise,
Devil
some...
stew.
Oh. And I forgot to roll that earlier, so I have to do that. Nope.
That's a good point. Did nobody notice that Carrick had a bath?
I assumed that your lack of smell was kind of an indication.
Well,
But I
it's
didn't
so
say
busy
anything
that I
about
don't think
that.
any of us knows anything. We're eating our food.
Yeah. We're busy eating.
So you are all sitting at the table enjoying your meal.
Enjoying.
Is that
I'm just gonna turn to Garrett and say, the way this tastes, this is going to be expensive.
Oh yes.
one of the
It's going to be
waiters
super expensive.
or waitresses comes by, one of the servers comes by to your table, and since you were doing the majority of the hand signals there, Garrett hands you a slip.
How much is it?
Grakees
1
has
gold,
no-
10 silver.
Huh?
1 gold, 10 silver for all of them. All of the different plates.
All right, I look at you and go, "This 1 gold, 10 silver for everyone. I'll pay for it now, but Carrick, you owe me. I don't pay for the room. You paid for the room. Not more water.
Right.
Stop drinking water.
Carrick is going for more water.
Smack the leg. I look at the waitress and I go, my friend has never eaten spicy food. Get him some drinks for his spicy food.
You just see, like, this half-choked laugh that happens, eyes go wide, points at you and goes, ooh-wee, later. That's gonna
I lay your hand.
burn, and walks back over to, like, not walks, half jogs over to the bar now, grabbing a tray and just motions over to the bartender. Says something to him, points over at the table, looks back up and over, and you just see him double over laughing. Grabs steins and just starts filling them.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm not rooming with Karen.
Oh, he's going to have the devil.
Maybe he gets his own room.
He is going to have the devil shits tonight. It will be funny. Stop drinking water, Carrick. I told you. What's gonna happen?
Master, stop!
Not with water. This is like a fire that is not made with water. You put it out with something else, like salt or beer.
Comes back, and now there are 3 ales placed in front of you, Carrick.
Drink all of those right now. If you're
As
not,
described.
I just chug it.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
What's my constitution save? It's probably not good.
But by the way, the devil shits is a medical term now because I'm a doctor.
The shits of
Yes.
the 9 hells.
Shits in the 9
Yeah.
hells, yes. Demon shits. Demon shits. There we go. Demon shits.
Hot snakes.
Lava snake.
Lava snakes.
The
Oh.
lava snake.
I rolled a 3.
Is he getting drunk as hell right now?
Oh, I couldn't help but laugh there, just because of the just the snowball effect of this moment. It's wonderful. Oh yes, Carrick. You find as you down them, it doesn't hit you right away, but then a few minutes in, the burning it subsided from your lips, from your mouth.
Because you can't feel your face.
And now you're starting to see. Whoa. This ale is strong. Like, the alcohol level in this has been amped up. This is a good sailor ale. They know there's some tolerance to it.
I'd call the waitress over and I'd be like, he's cut off. But my dwarf friend would like a cask of your strongest ale. And yes, you did hear me right. A cask of your strongest ale. He's dwarf.
Yeah. She leans over. Strongest?
Oh no.
The
And a
kind that would
cask.
put a giant underground.
You do know the cost of a best ale, right?
Was like 10 gold.
You're ordering the strongest. Cask.
What is it?
150?
Oh no, I can do the cask. A pitcher? You'll do the pitchers?
Yeah, it's 15.
That'll work. I give her 15 gold. This is my present for you, Flint. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Drink the whole pitcher.
Takes it,
Room
goes
dancing.
over behind, speaks to the bartender a bit,
Eat more food.
kind of does that. He doesn't go to the taps. He actually walks back into the kitchen behind, has to bring out a large cask, cracking the top open with, you can see him where he's doing this and watching now, and you hear a few people at the bar like, ooh, because the fancy stuff is being brought out. It has leather straps to it with golden, almost like buttons pushed around it. The top is sealed with corked edging, so when it pops off, you can hear a definite like cork pop on a cask. This is set up very fancy. Reaches the pitcher over and just puts it in, scooping out an amount, being very careful with it, like wipes it with a cloth around the sides, puts it on the tray and sets it back, seals the barrel back up and just kind of rolls it into the back, bringing it over to the table. Now you have this, it's not a tankard like you're used to. This thing's a big old pitcher filled with ale just set in front of you, Flint.
Then
Flint,
Yes.
you just had a big pitcher of extremely fancy ale put in front of you.
Yeah,
It's not a tankard. It's big.
I'm going without saying.
how are you drinking it?
Yeah, because like I said, it's not a tankard. It's not something you can hold. It's a like big thing.
Pitcher.
It's a
Oh,
it's
well, with my
bigger than
face.
you would think of like a pitcher that we would use for a pitcher for ale. These things are more like a,
Like a
mini
mini
barrel because
A
the
mini
cask
keg.
was
Mini
huge.
keg, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Then
mini keg.
I shall place my face in the keg.
He's a wild man.
Everyone almost stops for a second
The entire bar.
in this place. It's packed. It's loud. There's constant noise, and there's just a hush that goes over as they watch the fancy ale. They know this is expensive stuff, and this looks like to be on the, the prices are somewhat reasonable and on a more poor side of town. It's in the docks area. It's not, the area is not perfectly upkeep, so this is fancy. And then they watch, and there's a hush as this dwarf goes full face down into this mini keg sized pitcher of ale as he just plants his face in there, and a cheer erupts from the whole bar as everyone just starts laughing. You can see now there is actually music being started up on the stage in sort of a brass band style. Very New Orleans.
Yeah.
So that's starting up, and the music starts to play. People are cheering as they watched you plant your face in there. You gulp, hearty gulps of this ale, and it is some of the best ale that you could have ever hoped for. Only one ale has ever trumped it, and that is stuff that you had long ago in a completely different place.
Yes, fine dwarven ale.
The finest dwarven ale. This almost matched it. It is a hair short, and it is strong. So roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Hell yes. Up, crap. So I think I'm getting drunk. 11.
Oh, you are getting drunk. You
That's with a plus 6 on my saving
yeah.
throw.
This ale is so well done and so strong. Let's put it to you this way: it's 26%.
Yikes.
It is almost liquor, but it is ale. So this is the type of stuff that even with your hardy dwarven constitution, you are getting wasted.
Huzzah! Trying to find my dwarf song.
As he's drinking, I call the waitress over one more time and finish up. All right, a bottle of your finest, of your best wine. No, you probably don't have a lot of wines here, but
Well, we do have a few. Best bottle.
bottle for my friends and glasses for my friends, just so that we can share the bottle.
Well, that'll run you 50.
Not Carrick. He's done.
That'll run you 50.
50?
It's you keep saying the best.
Yes.
It's a bottle.
Like, how much?
What about the
do you have
second best?
the second best. What is the second best?
You know, I can get you covered. 20.
20? Okay, I can do 20.
You mark off 20 more.
Yeah, mark
She
that.
takes it. Goes
This is the
over
first
into
town
the
we've
back.
actually spent money in
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, goes into the
So-
back, comes out with a bottle, and you can see her. She's brushing some dust off of it.
Hmm.
Comes back over, puts the label down in front of you.
All right, and as she does this, I hand her 30
Just
gold. Just 30, and I say, we're staying up in 12 and 18 tonight. We're going to be here for a bit, but just if I could get just a second of your time, I should do this. Thank you for all these. But we at some point we'd like to talk just to say we're new to town and we've heard some rumors about town about the problems the town's been having with racial tensions. So we wanted to talk.
She just kind of turns her head, but then looks back at the 30 gold that you place in her hand. All right.
Okay. Thank you, and thank you so much. Have a good night.
I'll
dear.
knock. Which you said 12 and 18. Which one?
Carrick, Drunky. What room are you staying in? 12 or 18?
15.
18 then.
All right, so I should
she's
go to
elven.
room 18.
18.
All right. I'll knock. I'll say it's Cheryl.
Sure.
And she
Thank you, Cheryl.
quickly, like, looking around, ducks off back into the back.
Okay. What is she? Is she human? Elven?
Roll perception.
It's a 14.
It's enough that you saw the tips of the ears a little bit. She's half elf. She looked,
Gotcha.
for the most part, human, but the ears gave it away.
With the amount of money we've spent tonight, we better get some information out of her.
What do you think I'm throwing my money around?
You're really throwing it around.
You haven't seen me throw it around yet, my friend. Actually, no, you have seen me throw it around. You've been there.
Yeah.
Did someone say throwing?
You do not throw anything right now, because if you throw anything, it's going to be up. Eat more food. Eat more of that spicy stuff. You'll feel better in the morning.
I'm still
It's
not.
not spice anymore. Going for another more bites.
You see him now drinking out of this thing, and he doesn't seem to feel it at this point.
He will.
You finish off the large bowl of spicy seafood deliciousness and move over to your broiled chicken plate, which it's good. It's no ridiculously spicy seafood, but you're hungry and you're wasted. Flint, you find yourself getting drunker and drunker. You said you were looking for a dwarven song. That's what I was trying to give you some time for.
Yeah, I thought I had a link, but
While he's doing that, I also cork the bottle and I pour Zangulus and Raven and whiskey and glasses of wine.
You found it.
Oh, cheers.
I who's sitting next to me?
I think Raven.
Next to you is Raven, yeah.
I'm trying to be kind of lean away. But I am in the next seat.
That was real good. I grabbed the wine glass and just.
Oh no.
I am gonna punch you across the face, or try to anyway.
he's drinking her wine. Go ahead.
Roll me strength rolls, the two of you. You're going to be fighting over this wine glass.
You're gonna break the wine glass. I swear to God.
Oh, good. You're gonna be hard pressed to not beat my roll.
19.
He gets that wine glass away from you as you're like, hey, gets it, starts drinking it. Roll me an attack roll. But it's hand to hand, so you're going to be using your strength, and you're not proficient with it. So,
14.
what's your AC again, Carrick?
It is 14, but since it's a melee attack,
Oh.
You're drunk
guess
and you're
that's-
sitting. No, you don't get your special stuff for this. You're drunk and you're sitting down, and it's a friend. It's just your straight armor
Did he
stuff.
Just rip the wine glass away
Yep.
from her. So she punches him in the face and takes the wine glass back.
Yep. You beat me to my description, but yes. He
Sorry.
Give me
reaches over, grabs the wine glass. She tries to stop him, pulls it away, just drinks drinks it down. She looks at him, decks him, while holding onto the wine glass which he had up to his mouth, and pulls it away. You don't even feel it, Carrick, but you will be feeling tomorrow. You got a little chip out of your tooth as the glass cracked across it.
I will
Get a piece
drink
of
what's
chicken,
left
I
in the
think.
glass.
I get one of
The
the-
bar
like-
again, stopping for an instant, noticing this, and then laughing and cheering some more.
Getting one of the chickens is like, you want some? Push it up in Raven's face.
I'm gonna try to just put my hand on his shoulder and push him backwards off the chair.
Probably was difficult.
Probably wouldn't be.
Just to see if he can stand. Roll an acrobatics at disadvantage.
Acrobatics is actually something he's good at.
Yeah. Even at a 5, I get 14.
You are so drunk that it's not quite enough. I set the DC at 15. As she's shoving you, you're slapping her in the face with this chicken. You're all sitting watching as Raven's like fighting him off and then pushes him, just knocking him over. Carrick, you tumble backwards. You try to go into a roll, but instead you shoulder tumble, catch your foot on the edge of the chair you were sitting in, flip the chair over, knocking it into Raven,
Oh.
so that you're fighting now a chair that's been thrown across you, throwing it to the ground, and then noticing Carrick laying on his back, laughing his ass off as he goes, "At least I got my chicken," and passes out on the floor.
I'm leaving him on the floor for now. There's no, he's done.
I just want to finish my fish.
Enjoy your
drink
wine.
some wine, and go to bed.
I'm actually gonna get up, walk over, kind of hit him across the face a little bit, and see how passed out he is, if he stirs or not. If I just kind of go, not hard, but just like a little light. Make sure he's alive. Check his pulse.
There's that
Then-
light drunken.
Okay. So then I roll him on his side so he doesn't choke in his own vomit. Push him closer to the table. Then I go through his pockets and steal some gold.
Oh.
Taking a page out of my book.
Are you trying to slyly do the stealing
No.
of the gold?
No,
You're just doing it
I'm not-
obvious?
I'm not taking some gold. I'm just gonna take his gold purse, just because someone's gonna steal it if I don't take it.
Oh.
Okay. How much gold did you have on you, Carrick?
Minus the 10, I have 27.
That's what you have on you now.
I have
So
27.
Garrett,
Actually, I'm pretty
you
sure
got an
we
extra
got
27.
that I haven't-
Just remember
pretty sure
that
we
you
got
have it.
An episode ago that I haven't added to my
Yeah.
total.
Yep. So make sure you remember that you're carrying his gold right now. You shove him basically under the table on his side where he kind of curls up and hugs the table leg. It's like he's snuggling the table leg under there as he just sort of lays almost like a pet. You have a pet Carrick under the table right now as the rest of you are eating your dinner and drinking. Anyone doing anything
Flinch,
else?
Are you doing your story or your cheering?
Your dwarven
I
song?
don't know. I was chatting. Should I be singing right now?
I thought you said you were gonna sing.
Yeah.
Would Flint sing in this instance?
Well, that depends how drunk I am. and how
Oh,
happy
you
I
are
am.
drunk.
And happy.
Yes. You are actually happy at the moment?
Because I have fried chicken
Yes.
and a large picture of beer. Well. Need a bit of echo on this.
Echo.
Echo.
Is that the right amount of echo?
No,
Hello.
you're good.
Hello.
There you
Give me a flag and a beer and a wagon. Give me a flask or a pot or a bell. I keep a pouring till I be a snoring. Let's drink that dwarven ale. Watch my day, watch my night, through sun and snow and gale. Let's have a round, a pint, a glass, and drink that dwarven ale. If there be a table broad as is able, set down a stump, a chair, or a pail. For while we were fucking and told, let's drink a dwarven ale. Hey!
Roll me a performance check.
I don't think he has to.
Perform check. Oh no, I'll give it to you with advantage though.
Bravo.
15. 15.
You got a
Not that I can
15? Is that with your advantage?
Yeah.
All right. It's
zero
enough
stuff.
that within the bar, the band actually picks up, starts playing along with you. You see people stomping their feet and clapping their hands as you
Nice.
create a much brighter mood with the singing. They seem to be enjoying this, and the band then switches back to, you know, a more New Orleans style of music, but they seem to enjoy the jaunty dwarven tune there. Though, roll me a perception check, everyone but Flint and Carrick.
10.
24.
20.
Not Flint, because you were singing.
Okay.
9.
9. Zangulus, you notice it, and you see Iski kind of look over at you and then look back, as there was a small group at the bar, 3. It appears to be they've got their kind of cloaks up, seem dusty, you know, sort of beat up clothing, like they've been working hard in the fields all day. But when Flint's song kicked up, you notice them look back and just kind of sneering at you, and they are very much humans.
Hmm. I think I'm gonna just lean over to Garrett and say, I think our little song got some attention from the bar.
We got to make sure that Carrick and Flint are not in the fight, because they'll probably follow us back to our room. Just make a note of their faces. When they come back, we will be prepared. I cork the bottle after like I have one more glass, and I give everyone one more glass. Finish my food. Wait until Flint is either finished with his ale or thoroughly passed out on the table,
Flint,
and then
roll me another Constitution save. You're still echoey.
Uh, 14.
You do not manage to finish the entire thing of ale. You get about 2/3 of the way through it and pass out. Thankfully, it's enough of it's gone that he passes out headfirst into the mini keg, but the edge of it's holding him up away from
the
liquid.
all right. Zangulus, I will carry the Flint if you carry the Carrick.
I realize we got 2 rooms, but we might want to have everybody in the same room.
18.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I very loudly pick up Flint, and I look over at you, Zangulus, and I very loudly say, "Let us take our friend up. What room was it again? 14? 12? What was it?"
Raven.
Yeah,
I think it was 12.
Yes, 12.
12. Okay,
That
let's just take
works.
our friend to 12.
All right. grab.
Carrick stirs a bit and just goes, "Room what?" Number one. And it goes back.
I will pull him off of the table leg.
I I put my wine away. I look at Raven. I say, Raven, can you take this cask?
The one that Flint was drinking out of?
Yes. Bring it with us.
Sure.
You grab the large pitcher mini keg from Flint, or attempt to, as he continues to hold on to it with his face buried in there. It is in a
Stop it,
death
I
grip.
want some.
I'm trying to drag Flint with me. I'm trying to like carry him, like, or just drag him up the stairs towards the.
As you
We're
drag him,
bringing the ale
you're
with
able
us.
to drag him, and the ale comes with him.
Alright, Flint's carrying the ale.
Okay.
He has a secure grip on it, a very secure grip on it.
I drag up to room 18 and close the door, and then after that, I leave the door. I leave the door to 12 unlocked, and I leave. Yeah, I come back to after I come back to 18, and I talk to Zangus. Can we put a trap in that fucking room? Could we?
Might be able to. Raven. might
Raven,
have
can
some
you-
tricks.
can you put a trap somewhere?
I can try.
At least make
Most
a
of my
noise.
expertise is disarming traps.
We just need something that would make a lot of noise. Maybe not something that would hurt somebody or blow the place
Oh.
up, but something that can make a lot of noise so we know that someone came in through room 12. That the whole place would know someone came into room 12.
I would need like cans or glasses or. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's just leave it unlocked for now. It's not worry about the trap. I'm gonna go into room 12 and write a note. Get a piece of paper out and write a note. That says, "Dear douchebags, you do not stay in this room right now. Go fuck to hell. Signed, your loving servant, Siune." And putting it on the bed. And then going
right.
back to 18, and laying down. We put the two drunkies together in the bed. I'm sure there's like one or two beds in there.
2 beds and there's like a copper tub. You can see now what Carrick saw earlier, which is there's the sign that has instructions for summoning water and heating it up. There's the sign over by this bell-shaped, almost like an old school phonograph type of horn coming out, but it looks like if you speak the right words, it'll actually create a call between that and the kitchen, that and, a
Fancy.
maid service sort of thing. You can see now why they're 5 gold for the room for a night. Other rooms don't typically have those types of amenities.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think we'll put Carrick in the bathtub.
Yeah.
I agree.
Put Flint in one of the beds. I'll stay on the floor, and Raven can have the other bed because you and Iski meditate, right?
I don't.
Well,
Are you talking about Sangulus?
Zangulas and Iski both meditate for sleep,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
Iski-
No, I sleep. I just like to be in the pose sleeping.
You're not going outside, Iski. You're not going outside. You're staying in the room tonight because it's too dangerous for you to be outside. We'll leave the window open, maybe.
Okay.
How big are these beds?
They're
Like,
queen size beds.
Oh.
It's a double queen room, basically.
okay.
All right. So, set the watch. I'll stay up first watch. The rest of you, take some sleep.
We still have the maid or the hostess that's supposed to come back up. I don't know what time.
She said after her shift.
That's not really a specific time.
Is it afternoon or night right now?
It's evening now. It's not night. It's not afternoon. It was afternoon when you went in there, but with the amount of drinking, the amount of food, the amount of partying going on, spending time relaxing, and then dragging everyone upstairs and all of the revelry. You've gone into early evening at this point.
Okay. So I'm gonna stay up and kind of like read a little bit, you know. Must sit in a chair, just waiting. I assume there's a chair in the room somewhere I can sit down in.
Oh yeah, there are definitely chairs. Like there's actually a fabric plush sort of chair that could be rested in, a resting chair sort of situation, as well as other like wooden chairs that are just in a couple of corners. There's a little table and a couple of chairs around it.
And as I'm reading, I'm gonna muse, be like, I do not think we have a good plan yet,
No.
but I have a feeling we will need one.
Well,
Grakees, Discord.
Checking Discord stuff at the same time as all of this. Hold on.
Oh, that's a great meeting.
Okay.
no, we don't have a plan, but I feel like at
What do we
least,
need a plan for?
well, you know, I feel like at least
I plan
maybe
to
hanging
sleep.
around
We need
maybe
to.
hanging around the docks, we can at least find people who aren't going to be a part of whatever's going on in the city.
Yes. We need a plan to figure out what we can do, because there's obviously some East community influence here. They probably, they definitely started the race riot. That's for sure.
It could already be too late for this city.
It could be, but the issue is more: can we prevent another race riot and/or keep this town where it's supposed to be with the Tem?
I don't think Tem has any influence here anymore, but I could be wrong.
The Navy is still in this influence, so the Navy is protecting Tem. The Tem Navy is still protecting against these.
That's what we'll have to figure out tomorrow, I think.
Yep.
Tonight we got to make sure we don't get our throats slit in our sleep.
Which is why I'm staying up.
Well, we should be in shifts as normal.
I will stay up late, and then you can take the rest of the shifts in the evening, which is why I say go ahead and take a rest now so I can count on you later.
All right.
Raven, you can take the last watch.
Okay.
I also am going to have to be up early to take care of both Fleet and Carrick, because Carrick is going to probably shit himself, and do not have to deal with, explosive flaming diarrhea.
Well, that's why he's in the bathtub.
Yeah, he can just bathe himself as soon as he wakes up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go meditate. You wait for the woman. I have a funny feeling she might even show up not alone.
Nope.
If
Promise.
those other guys at the bar have anything to say about it.
She was a half elf.
As you are all discussing your plans, you hear muttering from the bathtub as Carrick is drunkenly, apparently singing something. And then, without warning, poof, the bathtub now is full of feathers, giant form, and a creature that turns towards you all, staggers a bit, stuck in the tub, and goes,
Oh god.
What?
Did he summon an owlbear?
Did he turn himself into an owlbear? Did he
You
cast
don't know,
Dragon
you just saw
spells?
poof, and all of a sudden, instead of Carrick, there is a gopher, or owlbear.
Oh my god.
Is Flint unconscious?
The drunk-
Flint better be unconscious.
Flint's completely unconscious right now.
I am just going to assume that's normal for Carrick. God damn
There's a drunken owlbear in the bathtub.
it.
What is the owlbear doing? Is it just laying there?
It's standing and thrashing around stuck in the tub.
Oh, great.
I will dislodge the owlbear.
Now, let's see what happens.
Let's see what
Can
happens.
be... Hold on. Challenge rating is equal to or less than target or level. Yep. Your mental statistics are replaced.
But I keep my personality.
Yes.
What?
You got the hit points of your new form.
What?
What?
We're gonna have to kill
Okay.
Zangulus? Drunk
So-
Zangulus?
Carrick.
Carrick.
Carrick, yeah, sorry.
No, like I get the stats of my new form, but I keep my personality and alignment. and
So,
everything.
Carrick, what are you doing as an owl bear?
I'm thrashing around because I'm stuck in a bathtub.
I go to dislodge the owlbear in the bathtub. And I go, I-
You should be doing that.
I get him out so he's unstuck, and then I look at him and I go, Garrick, if that's you, you lay down. You're drunk. If you try to get out as an owlbear, you will murder everyone. You will get murdered. They will kill you.
Especially if Flint sees you.
Yes, Flint will kill you.
He was looking at you. I was like, he's pushing you.
You have this giant owl bear paw. It wasn't one finger. It was more like a paw shove across the thing. The thing is bigger than your head, and he kind of
He goes-
pins you against the wall with it.
It goes, right?
Zangulus,
Oh.
do
I don't-
owlbears have testicles?
As far as I'm aware.
Because we might need to hit them to get him to go to sleep.
Don't you have sleep? He's pinning me.
Well, I mean, I can try casting a spell, but that's not nearly as fun as beating up Owl Carrick.
I think she just wants to kick him.
In the
Every
nuts. I'm
opportunity.
being pinned. Oh.
You better just kick him.
All right, I'll go up behind him and try to kick him right in the owlberries.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
All right, dice, don't fail me. Last time I tried to kick him, it failed.
I need to check out my old bear stats.
Yeah, your AC is not very high.
16.
16?
I think that hits. Don't have owl bear stats on hand, so
You should.
Yeah. Do you have the
13.
AC of the owl
I'm
berries?
looking it up.
The AC is 13.
All right, there we go. It's 15. So yeah, that'll hit.
Yes.
And it's a sneak
You get
attack
sneak
because
attack,
he's
'cause
in.
Big flags.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I don't want to do lethal damage though.
No, it's non-lethal sneak attack. It's sort of like taking the butt of something to the back of the head, except instead it's your foot to the
Okay.
groin. So it's going to be a D4 because you're using your foot, and then add your sneak attack on top of it, and this is subdual damage.
Yay.
To see if she basically knocks you unconscious with a kick to the balls or not.
Today on Bad Rules.
It's only 11 points. I rolled pretty low.
How to kick an owl bear in the
11
nuts.
total.
Or do I add my strength bonus?
Yeah.
Alright, then 13.
Okay. It's not enough to knock you unconscious, but it's enough that you felt it, Carrick.
I definitely roll for concentration.
Oh. Really?
You're saying it, not me. So yeah, I'll say it. Go ahead. I think it's always a concentration check. It's a concentration spell, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure I beat the concentration because that was a 17 on the die.
Yep.
Aw.
You fight your way through it. You manage to stay as a drunken owlbear in this room. However, you feel the sharp pain of a foot up between. You've never been another creature before, but this pain is familiar. And this is not the first time that Raven has kicked you in the balls.
Yeah. It was not a great plan.
So
When an owlbear is in pain,
you just hear this very odd sort of. It doesn't even roar, it just squeaks. It's a hoot that goes up and then just this groan. And you see the legs seem to kind of cross and buckle a little bit. Do I need to have you roll initiative? Garrick, are you fighting back? Or are you... What are you doing?
I'm probably fighting back.
All right. We're going into it then. Roll for initiative.
Right. What's an owlbear's initiative score?
Get your stats as an owlbear. You decided to turn into one.
I think I'm gonna win initiative.
I was tempted to actually roll a dice to see what I turned into. But I went with owlbear because it was the most common thing we've encountered.
You ran into one. Well, a herd of them.
One herd.
A flock of gophers.
My initiative is 15.
All right. I'm going to be writing everyone's order down. So, where's my pen?
I got it.
Okay. Found it. Thanks for passing it back over. All right. So, 25 to 20.
20.
24.
With that squeak, yes, that woke you up, Flint.
Oh no, this
Oh
is
god, this is gonna be bad.
no.
And you see a big ol' owl creature of some kind. You've never seen one. It is.
No, he has seen one.
Oh, that's right. That's when you dragged it back. You finally
No,
you see a live
I
one.
phantasmal forced him once.
Gopher?
There it is.
No, Flint. It's not really.
21.
Oh no.
He's
That's
gonna
you
kill
saying this to talk him out of it.
He's gonna kill Carrick. And I'm the only one that can stop him.
Am I gonna have to cast sleep on Flint?
I don't have any spells I can use on Flint.
All right, so you were 15, you said, for Carrick?
Yep.
Okay, what were you there, Garrett?
Oh, I was 12.
So Garrett's gonna be last.
It's okay, I'm being pinned by the giant owlbear.
Yeah.
Carrick, so.
Probably useful so we can heal what's left of Carrot.
The owl Carrick.
All right, first up is Zangulus. What are you
So,
doing?
If I punch him, he has to do another concentration check, right?
You can do non-lethal hits too.
If you do damage to him, it's
Yeah.
non-lethal though.
Yeah, but I could just punch him.
Just hit him with the back of your, like the flat side of your sword or something like that.
Oh yeah, I could do that, I suppose. Yeah, like I'll just draw my sword and I'll crack him in the back of the head. Like,
Just
You need to change
normal
back.
attack roll.
okay, that sucked.
It's better than a 15.
No, it's an 11.
Rip
Nope.
Carrick. Rip Carrick.
Hey, I get 2 attacks.
Okay, go for it.
All right, better than a 15. 19.
That'll hit. The first one goes in and he kind of ducks under it a little bit. He flattens his body down while still holding Garrett to the wall. You notice this, and this time pop him right in the shoulder area of the owlbear form.
Change back before Flint kills you, for the love of God.
So roll damage. How much damage did you do?
Oh, I did max damage. I rolled an 8. So that's 13. No. Yeah, 13.
All right, if I'm right, you have 59 HP as an owlbear, right?
Gee.
Okay, so you're down to 33 then.
And I need to roll concentration.
Yes,
Yep.
you do. You need to fail it.
I rolled a 2.
Yay!
Hey!
With that strike to his arm, the pain shoots through you between that and the shot to the balls. All of a sudden, Flint, you notice as there's a puff of smoke, and standing there is a cross-legged Carrick that, even though the damage doesn't carry over, I'm making the shot to the balls carry over. You still feel it, and now you feel it in Carrick form.
Is
Just
he
fall
naked
over.
too? Is it polymorph with your clothing?
No, I think it's like your form disappears and is replaced by.
Oh,
that,
okay.
and you come back, it's all your
The,
form.
the all your gear merges into your new form.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like druids. Druids have,
Oh,
have very
okay.
much the same thing.
Gotcha.
By my grandfather's beard, what the bloody hell's happening?
Carrick just he turned himself into a golfer, tried to boot me, I think, and then we hit him in the balls.
I ain't killed you, you bloody idiot.
Carrick
Yes.
is sleeping because he's sleeping. He's
Let's-
in pain.
Let's gag
just-
him.
He keeled over and just sleeping
Yeah.
again.
We will hog tie him and gag him and put him back into the.
All right. Carrick, are you fighting against them, or are you just going to be passed out, drunk, and in pain?
I'm passed out.
All right, now you're hogtied, gagged, and in the tub.
I'm going to strip him naked, and I say, just anyone with female clothing, I want to fuck with him.
You want to do what to him?
No, mess with him.
There's 2 people here who would have female clothing.
Yeah, I can supply some.
Like some sort of feminine clothing, so I can dress him up in.
Isn't that
So when he
kinda
wakes up, he's
Ready?
confused.
I think he's already confused, but yeah.
Okay, I put the naked Carrick back with some of Raven's clothing, so he gets really confused when he wakes up. And now go back to reading my book. Go back to sleep, Flynn. Finish your ale. I don't know. Well, one of the two. You're still holding onto your ale.
You drink down the rest of your ale, pass out comfortably on a bed. The rest of you starting to get ready to rest or take your shifts and set up against the craziness that's occurring. You untie Carrick, proceed to strip him down while he's unconscious. And did you have a fancy dress in your inventory there, Raven? Or anything like that?
Oh, did I? Oh,
Whatever clothing you can supply, I'm gonna put him in it. Even if it's just like normal travel clothes, he'll be confused. But why do I look like Raven?
yeah, I don't have any fancy clothes on me. Wait, we can disguise him.
Oh.
I will disguise him. I will make him try to look like a woman. Put makeup and everything on it.
Yes.
You have a
let's do that.
disguise kit?
I do.
Okay, so you pretty him up, put Raven's clothing onto him, just general travel clothes that she has had, and essentially make him look like Carrick merged with Raven,
Interesting.
and then proceed to re-gag and hog tie him,
Yeah.
taking you a good hour. Iski's just kind of watching from the corner, half warily looking at you, but then half giggling.
Garrett, wasn't there supposed to be a servant girl coming here?
She said she was going to knock on the door and say that her name was Cheryl.
Maybe we shouldn't show her Carrick just in case she thinks there's something kinky going on here. Or, I mean, maybe.
Just say he was drunk.
Okay. Alright, fine, that works.
Just leave him in the bathtub. He'll be fine.
Alright.
We haven't heard any knocks on the door or anything like that, right?
No knocks during this. It hasn't been too long since you've gotten up here. So no knocks on the door at this time. You find it now, time passing a little bit more. It goes into from evening to night now. The party downstairs still carries up mostly through the open windows. It appears that the way that the rooms are structured, the sound doesn't really carry from downstairs, but with the windows open, you can hear the nightlife coming in. This feels very familiar to you, Garrett. Carrick still passed out. Flint still very much passed out. Night continues on. Who's taking what shift?
I take the first shift, then it's Zangulus is going to take 2 shifts, and then Raven's going to take the last shift.
Okay. First shift comes, no knocking, nothing seems to be eventful, no one tries to come into the room.
Okay. Then I, make a little bed for myself on the floor, or on the plush couch or the plush chair. Pass out.
All right. You pass out, Zangulus, you are up,
I'm up.
coming out of meditation. Nothing eventful seems to happen through the night. As downstairs the music dies down, the sort of raucous atmosphere dies down a bit from outside, but still, you can tell that this place has a nightlife to it that doesn't seem to stop. Everything keeps going here. Time goes.
Slows down.
Still no knock on the door. It's been several hours.
Alright. Well, I will just keep sitting and staring until my shift's over.
Okay. You sit. You stare. You listen. Nothing. Your shift time would end, and Raven had volunteered for the last.
Yep. I'll wake Raven up and be like, I haven't heard anything, so I'm not so sure that she's coming. Or
It helps if you're in the right room.
we're in the right room.
We told her 18.
You're unconscious and gagged.
I know. I'm just saying out of character, out of Carrick.
Carrick.
All right, Raven, you're up. Are you doing anything?
No. Just wait. What else is in the room besides like beds and toiletries or whatever? Are there fancy towels or
There are.
lampstands or
Yeah, there's a couple of nightstands. There's a dresser. There was furniture in the room, a table, chairs. There are room amenities. Like there are a couple of robes and some towels.
Okay. I want to put a robe and a couple towels in the bag of holding. 5 gold worth.
You're not sure how expensive these things are? Roll me an intelligence check to assess the value of robes and towels.
Nice, I swear. 4.
You have no idea what in the hell they're worth, but you grab towels and robes and just stuff them in the bag of holding. So mark off two robes, just and 2 towels into the bag of holding. Whoever has the inventory for it.
I think Whiskey does.
But I'll make sure
stole
she
it.
does it.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else while you were waiting?
No.
Okay.
No.
You're in the room waiting. The morning sun is starting to come in. No knock on the door. However, as the morning sun arrives, you can hear the inn start to bustle a bit. And as it does, you are greeted to a piercing scream from the hallway right outside your door. And that is where we're going to leave off this episode.
Dang it.
Curses.
Curses.
Cliffhangered again.
I was gonna say, and tune in next week when Carrick wakes up and wonders why he's dressed like Raven, looks like a woman, and is bound and gagged.
Probably after a fight too.
Yeah.
And why his ass is
What are you
sore.
gonna fight? Yeah. Yeah. Why his balls are sore.
Both.
Yeah.
Don't forget, he had
Hell of a
fire.
day.
Why are my balls sore again?
I need to invest in some women's clothing to start fucking with Garrett more often.
You need to invest
I
in
was-
it for many reasons. You're Garrett.
I do.
I was trying to find an excuse to polymorph, and it was either like do it now early on, or like not use it for sessions, and then suddenly just turn into a dragon or something.
I was wondering what 4th level spell you were gonna take because there were a couple. I was
Yeah,
I was wondering if it was gonna be that or if it was gonna be because I was expecting you to also possibly take, where is it? Blast Bard.
By the way, mass healing word sucks.
Really?
I mean, it doesn't suck that bad because you can do it with, it's a ranged. I can get 6 people, but it's a D4 heal.
What?
Yeah, but basically if a bunch of people get dropped and not the cleric, you get them back up.
Yeah, it's a survival spell.
There's mass cure wounds later. You get mass cure wounds eventually as well.
Yeah. However, I do get Revivify, so now I can bring anyone back from death within 1 minute of them dying.
Oh, Revivify. Yeah, that's a very useful spell.
Okay, here's a question.
Very
for Matt.
useful for anyone out there that knows what I'm talking about. That's a very useful spell. Yeah, I was expecting you to possibly also take compulsion, Carrick,
I that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, compulsion.
where you basically creatures of your choice that you can see within range and that can hear you must make a wisdom saving throw. Target automatically succeeds on the saving throw, can't be charmed. If they fail though, until the spell ends, so for 1 minute, you can make them move in a direction with you. So you can basically go Pied Piper. So he could have taken everyone and led you all back downstairs. He could have forced you right back down to the bar so he could drink more. Like all of you.
Yep, force. Yeah.
He just can't make you do anything dangerous with it.
I'm pretty chill with the ability to be able to actually turn into a dragon.
Eventually you could do that, maybe.
But it has to be your level, doesn't it? Like the
No,
Challenge rating has to be your level or lower.
I've been looking up.
Plus you also, I have other rules where you have to have actually seen it and interacted with it.
I was assuming that, which is why I went with the owlbear.
Yeah.
But at challenge rating 7, I can turn into a young black or a copper dragon.
Jeez.
You've seen a white dragon.
Seen the wyverns or whatever we saw.
Yeah, the
Oh
white-
yes, that's true.
I can turn into a wyvern. Yeah, they're challenge rating 6, so I can turn into a wyvern.
Oh.
You could ride Carrick.
Yeah.
How are you doing it? Is that a bard thing?
Yeah, it's a bard
Level
spell.
4, yeah, his level 4 spell is polymorph, so he can turn
That's pretty
himself into a
powerful.
creature. It's a pretty powerful
That's
spell.
cheap.
You can do that.
I can turn into also like if someone pisses me off, I can turn him into a frog now.
Oh.
You can wait. You can Warcraft them. You can turn them into sheeps.
Yeah, you can. You can turn the target into something else. The only thing is when they drop to 0 HP, they get their original HP back again. So it's useful to like hold them down for a bit or to do
you can
things
take
like
somebody completely out of a fight.
However, if it's
We face a big
carryover
bad
damage
boss.
hurts them.
yeah, it's carryover damage as well.
You big bad boss steps up and's like, "I'm going to kill you," and Carrick just steps forward and goes, "No," and just turns them into like a little frog. That's
Yeah.
That's how it
And,
works. Like,
and
that's
we
kind of-
and then we get them. Then we'll pick them up,
Meh.
throw
Yeah,
them down,
exactly.
throw them down a hole.
Put
Yeah.
him in a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Put him in the bag of holding. Oh my god.
Yes.
There's
Turn
gonna
somebody
be
into a
corpses
frog.
floating
Put
around
him
in there
in a bag of
before.
holding.
Oh my god.
We shouldn't be telling all of these plans in front of the GM.
You remember that anything that you say like this, I keep away from the game because that's metagaming and I can keep that all separate. So hearing that makes me go, oh my God, the plans you guys have. Why did you tell the audience?
We're going to assassinate the leader of Iskimir by turning him into a frog and throwing him into our bag of holding. His body will disappear. No one will ever see him again because when the frog suffocates, he'll turn back into the leader of Iskimir and suffocate in the bag of holding.
So,
There is no way out unless someone pulls him out. That's true.
yeah, exactly. If nobody ever thinks leader of Iskimir and reaches in, then it's fine.
He's gone.
So, as a level 9 spell later, bards get true polymorph. It's a permanent.
Oh wow.
Like, I just become a dragon. I'm now a dragon.
Okay.
He can do that.
And then I'll have to kill you.
I also looked up
It's true.
Resurrection. I get Resurrection as a level 6 spell or level 5 spell, actually, I think. And Resurrection, unfortunately, is not really good because it requires 1,000 gold worth of stuff. And there's a chance that you would come back as anything else.
Oh wow.
You don't come back as necessarily you. Sometimes you come back as like there's a percentage dice chance of you becoming like an orc. You know, coming back as like
That would suck.
yeah.
That'd be interesting. We should probably work on collecting the things for that though.
What things? For what?
Well, it's 1,000 gold worth of stuff. It's like oils and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's
but we need
pretty
1,000
the
gold
thing.
to buy 1,000 gold worth
Or
of
we can
stuff.
find them.
We'll just find the thing.
Oh, okay.
Just make a shopping list.
Oh. Huh. You know what
Shoppers.
clerics get at 4th level?
They get raised, animate dead.
They get
That.
polymorph.
Oh,
You get
that's-
polymorph?
when do I
It's
get that?
listed under my
I
cleric
have
spells here.
level 3. Yeah, I have level 3 spells right
I
now.
don't get a 3rd level spell for a long ass time.
Yeah.
I have polymorph too. I can polymorph any creature into a puddle of blood and bone.
It's a one-directional polymorph, and it's only to a very specific thing.
True
Yeah.
polymorph into blood.
True polymorph.
Yes.
Yeah, 5th level spell, you get mass cure wounds. What are you thinking of? Raise dead, I think?
No, there's it might be 6th level, but I saw resurrection as one of the.
Yeah, it's not 5th. I think that's 6th.
Raised that at 6.
I'm looking at it right now. Reincarnate. It's reincarnate. It's a 5th level transmutation.
Oh, reincarnate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reincarnate is a little different. I don't even have it on my spell list.
No, I don't see it either, honestly.
Because raise dead is lets you. It's 5.
Oh, there it
500
is.
HP.
Yeah, it's not listed as a cleric thing.
Oh, okay. So it's raise dead. I guess is what I get for 5th level.
Yeah. I don't know who would have reincarnate.
It's a transmutation. It's a druid spell.
So it's like a druid's version of raise dead.
Yep. Yeah, it's a druid version of it, and it can bring you back as a different species.
That's
Because
funny.
you get reincarnated, so that's the idea. So you're still you're just a different body.
Oh, they only have a 10-day limit too.
Both of them have 10-day limits.
Yeah.
Retains capabilities, so yeah, it just brings you back as a different race. That's a fun one. But I believe you have something coming up in an hour, don't you, Astro?
Yes.
So
We've got our captain's table with
other people.
Papa Dovlak,
Did you
Jake.
forget?
Well, the problem was that SM Super Mac Bros was going to be on, but he had to drop out the last minute.
Oh.
So Jake, Fast Cart, Papa Dovlak, and one other person.
Jake and Fast Cart. I didn't hear that third one.
Oh, Jake, Fast Cart, Darj,
Who?
and
Oh.
Dovlak.
Who?
Darjanitor.
Oh, Darjanitor. And who was that last one?
La.
Jake. I'm trying to speak over his name to fuck with him.
Jake, he who shall not be named.
There we go.
Darj, and Ryan was going to be on, but he had to drop out last minute.
Gotcha.
Too much early drinking.
All right. So that is us for this week with another episode of Bad Rolls. Tune in next where you find out what that scream was all about as they are here in this wonderful, wonderful little city on the next leg of their adventures. Thank you everyone who tuned in. And until next week, try not to roll any ones.